Alrighty. Easy to please? Hell yeah. You right. I guess we're doing it, so let's go and get started. March 14th. Early in the morning. To make sure the defendant is found guilty, what other choice do I have? That's the job of a prosecutor, after all. That may be true, but why? Why go this far? Sorry, maybe I wasn't clear enough, but a guilty verdict is all that matters to me. Fine, no matter what the cost. I'm a prodigy among prosecutors. Always have been, always will be. Dude, remember when they used to show us who the killer was at the very beginning? Also, wait. Was that like 1 a.m. and now it's 2 a.m. so it's literally been like half an hour? Why am I getting back to the office at 2 a.m.? What the fuck? Come on, Edgeworth. It's hard to believe I've been away from my office for a whole month. Time flies when you're dead. Oh wait. Why is the chat that high? Hang on. Oops. There we go. That should be better. Alright. I threw this together on the fly, so I apologize. Wait for a whole month. Can I not? Oh wait, it might have to be clicked in. I think I did. Yeah. I hope Detective Gumshoe has been keeping an eye on my office, been keeping it clean. Dude, the animation of this is really, really good, by the way. It's really good. Door is unlocked. Detective Gumshoe? What's the smell? It's very familiar. Blood? Top tier pixel art? Hell yeah. This reminds I don't know why. This reminds me of snow? Diorite? Blood? Oh man. Huh. What the? This was the screenshot, by the way. This is as far as I did in my playtest. What's the meaning of this? Freeze. Blind playthrough? No. I have played this game before, but it's been a while. I have some like very vague memories of what happens. I really only remember the first case. There was a case in like an amusement park, and there was a case at like an ambassador's office or something. Those are the only parts of the entire game I remember. But I don't remember any of the solutions. I don't really remember who did what. I don't remember how anything happens either. So I played this once through, probably around the same time, right after I played the first game. So, who could have done it, dude? So it's not a blind playthrough. I have played before. I am rusty and I don't remember much at all about what happens. I'm sure that as we play it, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's right, it was this. But it's been 5+ years. It's actually probably been 7 years since I played it. So, identify yourself. Shut up. You got some nerve committing a murder in a prosecutor's office. Is that a threat? Let me make one thing very clear. What? No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one. My name is Miles Edgeworth, and I work as a prosecutor in my local district. Little did I know that upon my return home after a month abroad, I would be thrust into a multitude of cases in some very frantic and busy days. What's kind of annoying, by the way, I'll just mention it. What's annoying is that, so this is what I see on my screen. This is how I'm playing the game. It's like this, right? And, it's not good. I wish I could break the windows apart and make them bigger, because I have 2 monitors, but this program doesn't seem to let me do that. Although I guess I could do them horizontally and that would be better, but yeah, I don't know. It's not great. All right. I finished photographing the victim's body, sir. Very well. Please continue your investigation. Yes, sir. Edgeworth, sir, are you okay, sir? Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene. I have to remember the voices I gave these guys. When I heard that a murder was taking place in your office, I ran up here straight away. This is Dick Gumshoe. He's a detective with the local precinct. The local precinct. And the one they assigned to handle this murder case for the time being. Looking a little pale, sir. You hurt? I think that's how I like to play emulated DS games, with the screens next to each other, not oriented like a DS. I would do that, but my setup is entirely dependent on this window being this exact size and this exact layout. Otherwise, it'd take me a little bit of fiddling to get it fixed. So I would think about it otherwise. Also, hi, Colleen. How's it going? Looking a little pale, sir. Are you hurt? No, I'm perfectly fine. However, you had a day? Oh boy. Ah, look what they did to your office. It's totally trashed. Also, the culprit sullied my floor with dirt rather well. No one gets away with tracking mud into my office. Whoa, sounds like you're getting real burned up over this whole thing. This crime was committed in my office, so it is my responsibility to solve it. Oh, that's just like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, time to do some investigating. Agreed. First course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads. Dude, you got some tunes in here. We must not overlook anything, no matter how small, if we are to find the truth. We'll keep any leads and information we find etched into the forefront of my mind. Speaking of things that pique my curiosity, clean's a good idea. Don't push yourself. I am running Snap in the Pokemon Speedruns marathon soon, and I'm kind of like, I'm in a pretty decent place at the moment, but I don't want to overdo it and like, I don't know, get to a point where I'm not comfortable. Levon, CJ, how's it going? Bow down to the king. Oh my gosh, did Book Club let out just in time? Wowee! On the horizon of a really good PB, it's nice, dude. Yo, Liam went all in and got double points. And Candy's here. And Shoe's here? Okay, yeah. Movie Club definitely just let out. Oof. Still in first place. There you go. Speaking of things that pique my curiosity, why of all places did the murder occur in my office? You have to wait a few seconds, by the way. There you go. Oof. Dang. Rip. Don't do it, Levon! Levon, if you go all in, you will come out with 120,000 points. You will be way ahead of first place. Candy's gonna lurk. Alright, sounds good. Enjoy. Why of all places did a murder occur in my office? No! Rip. I get the nagging feeling this is something important to keep in mind. I'm confident I'll come in underestimate provided marathon luck doesn't. Yeah, you good. I got you. This is a great purge, by the way. Everyone's gambling all their points, so no one will have any points whatsoever. You can't really say I'm just a coincidence, can you? Oh, it's just a coincidence. I can't read. Sorry. Also, why is the chat window that tall? I told it not to go that high. Oh, fine. You know what? You want to be that high? There. Screw you. I literally made the adjustment like 3 times. There you go. Fuck you. How's that sound? All the way on the bottom. Alright. Can't say it's just a coincidence, can you? No, not really. Especially because of this. The key to your office? Ah. Ah, it's in my logic department. Want to be as high as that chat window? Smoke weed every day. Okay. What do you mean, sir? If you think about it carefully and use logic, it should become clear to you. Logic? Eh? Logic? By finding the connection between 2 pieces of information and connecting them, new information is born. That is the end result of using logic. So how do you use it? First, I recall information through the logic button and then connect them together. To touch the logic button and recall the facts. Alright. It's a good song. I like that effect. Alright. Take notes. Wow, rude. Streamer, I don't have a logic button. Ah, damn. I guess we can't be as smart as what's his name? It's Mr. Edgeworth here. In fact, I think most people don't have a logic button, unfortunately. For security reasons, all prosecutors' doors are outfitted with locks, which means it would have been hard for the murderer and the victim to get in here. Ergo, it is impossible to dismiss the location of this crime as mere coincidence. Dang, dude. Exactly what I was thinking, sir. Must be a reason why somebody infiltrated my room. What was the killer after? You're really on the ball today, Mr. Edgeworth. That's a beautiful logic, sir. You need 2 screens IRL. Well, I got 2. I got 2. I got this guy, and I got this one. You can't see it because that's not how that works. But I have 2 screens, and I don't have a logic button. Candy, please. When you follow leads to their conclusion, only the truth remains. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray far from the truth as well. If I think carefully before piecing together leads, the logic should flow. God, I can't read. Can't read or play games. I've got a dumb brain right now. My 3D glasses. Point at the screens again. There you go. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness gracious. 27 months in a row.
I love you so much, Papa CC. Less than 3, less than 3, less than 3.
Goodness gracious me. Chewy, thank you so much for 27-month streak. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you. Let's get started with our investigation, shall we? Yes, sir. Begin investigation. High Prosecutor's Offices, room 1202. The basis of any good investigation is to examine everything, sir. I know that. And when I want to examine everything, I should simply touch the examine button. Here, field lost and want to talk? Just touch the partner button, okay? I'll give you great, precise advice as an ace investigator, sir. Something to try later if I have free time, I suppose. It's actually been a long time. I can just do this. Why does he look so doofy when it does this? Look at this walk cycle, though. Beautiful pixel art. Immaculate. This shit's so good, dude. Okay. Gotta examine everything here. I even knocked over your chess set. I had it all set up, ready for when you got back. Figured we could play a few games. I had no idea you were interested in chess. I'm actually pretty good at checkers, so I thought I'd give chess a try. In that case, I suppose I can set some time aside after we solve this case. I don't expect the games to tax my mental acuity much. Wow, rude boy. I finished photographing the body, so I should be alright to examine this area. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. First of all, blood on his hands. Let's see here. There's some blood all over his lower abdominal area. Is there a chess piece around? I don't see it. It's the murder weapon. It's a chess piece. The bullet passed clean through his stomach area. In other words, he was shot. Oh. Until the autopsy's done, I don't think we'll know much more than that. Please have the body sent to the morgue once they're done. Once they're done processing the crime scene. Are you going to be okay with keeping track of the evidence we find, sir? Of course. This is the safest way I know to keep track of it all. If you say so. The whale case. Oh, do you mean the DLC for Spirit of Justice, was it? There was a case that happened at like a water park with like a whale. Is that the one you're talking about? Or are you talking about something totally different? Yeah, okay. We are on the same page. It was a DLC case. I think it was either Spirit of Justice or Dual Destinies. I don't remember which one. Yeah, there's definitely a couple places where you get stuck, so. But I don't remember that one too much. It's a shame they never released more than like one case. You know what I mean? I wish they would release like 3 DLC cases. Just a bunch of like one-offs, you know? Like, why not? I keep all the evidence I find either in or with my organizer. When I want to re-examine a piece, I have but to touch the organizer button. Why am I yawning, dude? I'm yawned all day, and all of a sudden, I sit down to start reading text, and I'm just like falling asleep. The organizer isn't only for evidence. I keep people's profiles on hand in it too. They are extensive. That's the good thing. They're usually like 3 days, right? They're usually like 3 court cases long. Because if they weren't, I'd be very upset. Probably a good idea to make a habit of checking the facts often. Alright, I see a wallet, looks like. Oops, wrong button. What do we have here? I think I've seen one of these before. It's a police badge. I thought I was going to say, it's a wallet. I have the exact same thing, actually. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move this over here. And I'm probably going to play it on the bigger window. Because this window looks a little nice. A bit nicer. Actually, I could put this over here. Make this full screen? Doesn't really help too much, but it's kind of composed a little better. There we go. I'll put that right there. I have the exact same thing, actually. What a coinky-dink. Let's take a look inside. Buddy Faith. Oh no, he's a cop. Buddy the cop died. It would appear that our victim was a detective just like you. It's weird, I'm looking at myself. But I feel like when I look at my eyes, it's somehow the camera it's close enough where it looks like I'm looking at myself. I don't know why that face makes me laugh every time. If I ever want to laugh, just zoom in on my face and go like, and I'll make myself laugh every time. It's really dumb. Something about it gets me. Appeared that our victim was a detective, just like you. Save that logic for later. Got some books and shit. Files are all over the floor, sir. They probably all fell during the struggle between the victim and his killer. Let's do it like this. Yeah, that's better. It's a little closer to chat, so. They probably fell during the struggle between the victim and his killer. Oh, and I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you were away. I mean, this just rendered all the time and effort I put in pointless. I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room. Well, I watered the flowers every day just like you requested. I just added cleaning to the list as a weekend special. For about half a day, every Saturday, I'd come in and clean this place until it sparkled. Does he have a life? Wow, rude. The dude cleans your shit up for you and you're like, nah man, fuck this guy. Let's see here. Oh. Okay, no, you're just gonna tell me the same thing I saw. Again, I'm assuming. Yep. Ignore that. I packed those files on the shelves so tight that not even an earthquake could make them fall off. Just look at them. At this rate, the rest of the files won't be able to withstand an earthquake at all. A problem, to be sure. Once the investigation is over, we'll put them back up on the shelf. Alright, am I missing something? I don't think so. Files are all over the floor, sir. They probably fell during the struggle between the victim and his killer. I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you were away. I woke up like that this morning, just like... Is that how you wake up in the morning sometimes? Oh, man. I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room. Oh, did we already get this? Oh, we didn't. This is a different way to say the same thing. Alrighty, what else can we examine? Watch out for the teacup fragments there, sir. That killer is going to pay. This tea set! Yeah, you're really mad over this. This tea set is very dear to my heart. It can only be bought in England. Oh man. My cat ripped the curtain rod down, woke me up, I jumped up, hit my head on the ceiling, and fell off the bed. And so you just went back to sleep on the floor. How low is your ceiling? You jumped out of bed and hit your head on the ceiling? Bro, what the hell? There we go. 7 foot? It's only 7? Oh man. No wonder. Dude, your hair is like scraping the top, dude. You got your big fro. Your fro probably touches the ceiling. This tea set is very dear to my heart and can only be bought in England. It costs more than your whole month's paycheck. There we go. That's the kicker. It does get caught on the light fixtures. Jesus Christ. There we go. What? Oh, I feel like the killer has wasted one of my monthly paychecks. Yeah, that's right. It's been a while since I've sat at this desk. Oh, how I've missed you. It's so tiny, it looks newer than when I first bought it. That thing's so polished it makes mirrors jealous. Don't tell me you had no other work the entire time I was away, Detective. My job is to protect your office, sir. And you did such a good job protecting it that a murder occurred in it. That's harsh, sir. He's doing his best. I have to admit, the desk has never looked better, so I guess I can't dock his pay. Candy's like, I'm gonna lurk. Proceeds to be the most chatty person in chat. Oh man. Oh, it's your trophy. The Knights of Prosecutors, right? King of Prosecutors. King for another day. And it's not a trophy, it's a shield. They only send this to the winning prosecutor, right? Yes, but I have no real interest in the perceived worth of other people. As for my own worth, that is something only I can determine for myself. That's so slick, sir. I'm gonna have to try saying that sometime. Fortunately for him, his monetary worth is tied directly to his worth to me. It's a good thing my steel samurai doll was spared any harm. Oh, thank God. Dude. Da 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 da. Woo! I still haven't actually sat down and watched any of that show. What's it about again? Well, I don't know much about it myself, but the hero of the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Old Tokyo, is the Steel Samurai, and his goal is to defeat the evil magistrate. It's a show geared towards kids. However, its high production values and riveting plot draws in a number of adults as well, including me, Edgeworth. Spin-offs like Pink Princess Warrior of Little Old Tokyo and The Nickel Samurai, along with a deluge of merchandise, and even a new stage show gives it presence. You sure know a lot. Are you sure you're not some sort of rabid fanboy? Of course not. Anyone that keeps up with society knows at least this much. That conversation lasted longer than expected. Let us return to the investigation. Yet another batch of fresh flowers. The ones that come with the card attached every month like clockwork for you? Yep. Speaking of that, let's see what's in the card this month, sir. All will be resolved. Wendy. Is it Old Bag? And just embroiled in the Steel Samurai lore. I hope so. I hope so. And who is it, really? Fusion, how's it going? Am I Edgeworth? Dude. AP is just embroiled in CC Neverender lore. He's been steeped in it, much like his tea. This poor tea set, dude. Oh, Miss Irony, how painful are thy thorns. Isn't that the name of that old lady with the whiny voice that stalks? Yeah, that's enough, detective. You need not remind me further. Shudder. Alright, let's see here. Saw this case quickly. I'd like to return to relaxing on the sofa. This is no time for sofa relaxing, Edgeworth. Come on. T said, dude. Top 10 most tragic anime deaths. Rest in peace. That thing looks like a billion times softer than my mattress at home. Can I sit on it too, just for a little while, sir? Detective Gumshoe, you know I can't allow that. Until this case is solved, neither of us has time to spare, let alone rest. You're right, sir. I'm going to work hard and be a real trooper to the end. Even once this case is over, I don't think I can afford to take any time off. I don't think he can afford it. Can I look at the painting or no? Or not the painting, the thing. Bless. Papa bless. How's it coming along? Please, I need absolute silence. Fingerprint lifting is a delicate art. Well, I never. Okay, if I examine, is it the couch? Yeah, it's the couch again. Oh shit, it's a murder weapon. It's a gun! What have we here? Could this perhaps be the murder weapon? Sorry, I have... It's weird... my fingers, like my skin is peeling a little bit. Right there. It's in a very weird location. It's gonna drive me mad if I don't get rid of it. Whoa, how weird is that? I love how Edgeworth got a suit top with frills for days and little bits of accessories on it. Like how? Are we talking about Edgeworth? Or are we talking about my finger? Did I get it? I don't think I did. How do you fit? Yeah, it's like so many accessories, like little bits and bobs, and you just like press it down. You ever seen those? Oh man, they used to be really popular. You would like get a dollar bill and you'd fold it into a tuxedo, and then you'd like frame it. That's what I think of. Sorry, I didn't know. I thought it was a follow-up question to me. I thought you were asking how my finger was being weird. It's gonna drive me nuts all night. Whatever. I have to live with it. Can't get it. I have like tweezers upstairs. I'll take care of it later. It would mean that the killer made their escape after disposing of their gun here. I think I've seen one of these before. It's a gun. Care to enlighten me as to where? Oh, I know. I was issued the exact same model, I think. Detective, I don't really like guns all that much. I mean, they're really dangerous. But now that I think about it, you do see this model around the precinct a lot, sir. Who doesn't like a little dread every once in a while? I don't use mine much, except in emergencies. That's why I don't recognize it. So it's the same type of revolver as the ones used by this precinct's detectives. I seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. Now to calmly use logic to figure out if any of them are connected to each other. I do have a button for that. Okay. The revolver, the standard model used by detectives. Could it have belonged to our recently departed? What could it possibly mean? There seems to be a police weapon here, and also the victim is a police officer. And we're in the police department. What could this mean? Could it have belonged to our recently departed? No way to know. Detective Gumshoe, could you please thoroughly check the victim's body one more time? Sure. On it now, sir. Excuse me, pal. Let's see what do you got here? Oh, this guy's wearing a gun holster. It appears that our killer somehow managed to take the victim's gun from him. Let's see what else we can find out about this revolver. Oh, do I get the 3D model? Yeah. Okay. As I always say, you gotta look real carefully at each piece of evidence. You can use the scroll wheels to rotate an object. Yeah, I get it. I don't think it'll let me do that. Oh, yes it will. Never mind. Interesting. Fire it at Gumshoe, there's a 90% chance he can tank it. Probably. I mean, he's a beast. He's pretty beefy, so... he has good odds. Is that a 5-shot revolver? Interesting. Only 1 round was fired from this. So the killer killed the Vic, and then with just one shot after wresting the gun from him? Sounds like the guy knew... Sorry. Sounds like the guy knew how to handle a gun, huh? Huh, Mr. Everett. We have no proof for now, but this is a distinct possibility. I guess this is about all we're going to find out. We should send the body to Jim! No, God, no! Why, oh why? How could this happen to a guy like you? ... Are you alright? Don't touch me. I said please leave me alone. I made my mistakes. Why, Jim? Jim! There's nowhere to gun. I'm fading away. Sorry, but I can't do that. The investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body. The body? The body? Don't talk about him like he's just some lump of flesh. Look at him. Jim looks like he's been turned in. Looks like he's just turned in for the night. Sure, just in a blood-stained suit, pal. Oh, boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. Cry, cry. Let's see here. Like, get anywhere but vital organs. and might not even go far enough to draw blood. I think it would draw blood. Even then, his heart is tucked in there nice and good. There you go. Where are my manners? Aren't you that prosecutor? Or... Why, yes, I am. I am Jock Sportsman. Jock's Portsman. Jock's Portsman. Prosecutor. Jim here was my partner in crime busting. I'm Miles Edgeworth, and like you, I am also a prosecutor. You DM'd me, yes you did. All is well. Alright, we're back. A friendly reminder, though, by the way. Not saying any names or any person. Jock Sportsman, yeah. Not saying any names, but a friendly reminder. No spoilers. Alright? I know everybody loves these games. Everyone loves a good visual novel mystery. Jock's DM'd him? Yes. There you go. Sliding those DMs down. So, just a reminder, no spoilers. You know what I mean? We're all just playing the game, man. All having fun. If you've played the game before, did you spoil it? No! Meekins did it. Okay. I think Meekins actually makes an appearance in this one. I think. It's been a long time since I played this. I am also a prosecutor. Oh, I gotta click on the window. Oops, no. No spoilers! Ban everybody! Everybody's banned. No. You shouldn't. You should definitely not do that. Detective Gumshoe, sir. So you're Miles Edgeworth. I guess this is your office. Guess this is your office? Yes, that is correct. Then it was you. You're the one who killed Jim. Hey, don't go around jumping to conclusions, pal. Just calm down, okay? I will not. I know how things work around here. High prosecutor's office doors all have locks built into them. And only the owner of the office has the key to his or her own office. That is correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth has been overseas on his business trip this whole time, pal. The key to the door was with me the entire time, okay? The only one who could have gotten in here was me. Yeah, no spoilers means none. No mas. If it hasn't happened yet, we're not talking about it. If it's in the future, nothing. Does anyone actually need banned, or is Levon being a rascal? Levon's just being a rascal. Don't worry about it. The only one who could get in there was me. Ho ho ho. Wait, that means... I'm not sure what that means. So it was you then. You're Jim's killer. No way, pal. You got it all wrong. Everyone calm down. Objection. I think I'm a good example of not spoiling things. Just, yeah. Exactly. Also counts as a spoiler. Every time we play one of these games, like, we always got to remind people, like, guys, relax. Relax. You know, I was playing Danganronpa 2 or 3. It was 3. 3 was the more recent one, obviously, but we're playing 3, and we had a couple people who were just like, "Oh man, dude, chapter 4 is so good, dude." Oh, I'm like, dog, we haven't gotten there yet. Don't talk about it. You're gonna hype it up. Don't. Keep it on the down low. Keep it on the inside. So, all I'm saying, just a reminder. Mr. Portman, was it? Mr. Sportsman? If you are a real prosecutor, you should know to stay collected. The investigation has only just begun. Isn't it too early to be drawing conclusions? Alright, I get the point. You're right, my mistake. I tend to get a little too hot-headed sometimes. You sure are one cool customer, though, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard all the rumors about you. You're the great genius prosecutor. You're something of a legend, you know. Anyway, let's call a truce and let's work together, okay? Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal? A pleasure to work with you. You guys are conducting your investigation, right? Sorry for barging in like that. Carry on, then. It's your room after all. Thank you. I intend to. I just want a little more time to say goodbye to Jim. You there, sir. I want you to capture this scene on film for me. My final farewell to my partner, Jim. I should probably give them some space. Means I can see this shit over here. Huh? Your jacket, sir. What's it doing on the floor? That is 100% a 2D image. Must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to threaten me by firing a shot. So the killer not only shot the victim, but they also shot your jacket as well? They dared to shoot the ultra special jacket that you made your prosecutorial there we go, debut in? What if they had shot through it? It would have been a disaster. It's not worth getting worked up over, Detective. Not when there's something more here. Huh? Like what? I take it you haven't noticed it yet, Detective. There's one giant contradiction that only big-brain people like me would understand. Only 5-head dudes like me. Can my eyebrow go any higher? Am I really stretching it? Okay, I can't get it go any further. He can turn his jack into a JPEG, dude. There's a giant contradiction right here in front of us. Really? Dude. Did I say contradiction, forehead? He must be rubbing off on me. I'm starting to sound like him. I have my own methods, and I will conduct this investigation my way. And I did it my way. And the scene before me contradicts a piece of evidence. Seems off. That's when my deductive skills come into play. First, I have to find the spot that holds the contradiction. This is it. Wow, it didn't even make me hit examine. This bullet hole is where the contradiction lies. When I spot something that's off, I should touch the deduce button. Then I have found sufficient proof to prove the contradiction. I present it. This is how I do things. Eureka! Eureka! Oh, dude. Dude, there's a button to do that, but I don't think it's gonna work. That's the thing. That's the problem I have. Oh man, I gotta figure out how to do that. The problem is that I was looking at it earlier. I can use the microphone, right? I can actually use the microphone in the game, but I don't think there's like a push to talk button. You know what I mean? So I want to be able to like actually go like hit the button, go Eureka, and like it makes it work. But I guess I can just hit the button and just assume. This bullet hole is the contradiction. What do you mean, sir? It's elementary, dear Gumshoe. 2 shots were fired in this room. The first felled the victim. The second felled this frame. Hey, that's right. However, this gun was only fired once. Hey, that's true too. Which means that one of these 2 bullets was fired from a different gun. Oh. Did the killer have another gun prepared for tonight? He just brings 2 guns to the party for some reason. He's dual wielding out here. I noticed something, sir. Yes. What's that thing sticking out from behind the frame? It's a secret safe. Oh, it's a secret safe? I smell money. I'll spare us the trouble and just say it. Nothing like that. Nothing like what you're imagining is inside. If you could kindly move this frame out of the way. Roger that. Achoo, achoo. Talk about dusty. I suppose that's what happens when you're not here to dust it once in a while. Oh, looks like someone's been dusting the pad a little bit. I had no idea there was a safe here, or I'd have kept it clean for you. So when did you put this thing in? It wasn't something I installed personally. Every prosecutor's office has one. Really? I had no idea. Only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge of their existence. What's inside? Alright, right now, nothing. We only use them to store especially important evidence when a trial is in session. I'll talk about squashing my hopes and dreams. I hope not. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Now this is odd. You found something? This keypad, don't you find it a bit too clean? There's a thick layer of dust all around it, but not on the keypad itself. You there, the forensic scientist. Yes, sir. Could you please dust this area for fingerprints? You got it, sir. I couldn't find, let alone lift, a single print. Looks like it was wiped down well. As I thought. It appears that logic is the only way around the setback. Time to rationally and calmly play connect the dots with information we have. Why did this killer happen in my office? Ching! Hey, we did it. The murderer isn't a goddamn idiot. Well, that's good. He wore gloves, probably. I believe I have figured out what the murderer was after. What was it, sir? The fact that the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe, making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft, I believe. I wonder if knowing what the motive behind his break-in was theft. Changes with the other pieces of information can tell me about this crime. Signs of a struggle, motive theft. The other handgun implies that there was two people here, but maybe one is a theft and one is something else. Maybe? I don't know. I'm trying to think. Nope. Damn. Pieces don't fit quite right. Hey, there we go. There's a possibility the files splayed on the floor are not the result of a struggle between the victim and his killer. Oh? Like it could be from when the killer tried to find something? We need to figure out if any of these files have been stolen. I'm gonna shelve files like you've never seen before, even in a library. Alright, let's give that a try. Why do all the good ones always die young? Oh god, no, surely they must ponder every once in a while, Mr. Edgeworth. No matter how much we lament, the dead will not come back to life. All we can do is search for the truth. And, so what are we supposed to do? How do you get about finding the truth? By being a goddamn prosecutor, you fucking idiot. We calmly restore the files to their rightful place. You got it. Here, let me help. This file goes here, and that book goes there. And you sure know a lot about where things go, despite it being Mr. Edgeworth's office. I'm the one who keeps it tidy, pal. Alright, done. Interesting. Interesting handprints, but let's see. The blood stains on the bookshelf are still fresh. I suspect the victim was killed in a standing position, hence the prints on the shelf. Yep. The guy fell onto the floor, right? The blood on the floor kind of grossed me out. But if he was shot while standing, then why is there a bullet hole on the bottom one? Big brain. This is actually an amazing first case because it's very, like, subtly obvious when things are wrong. I don't have the time to deal with your weak stomach right now. I don't have time for your weak shit, bro. Get the fuck out. But you know I'm no good with blood, sir. Certainly, I'm certain there's something wrong with this picture. This is where the bullet lodged itself after it went through the victim, huh? The bullet to be lodged so squarely in a file's spine indicates the files were ransacked after the shooting had occurred. So I guess the victim was moved because he was in the killer's way. Put them all back, just as they should be, sir. Nothing's missing. Alright. The killer moved the body to flip the shelves. The victim was in a sitting position here after being shot. That's where the seat of the victim's pants has blood on it. That would be the logical conclusion. No. The handprints. Tried to support himself with his hands here after being shot. Must have been made when unable to stay standing, he dropped to the floor. What am I missing? The body, I guess? Leaning against the bookshelf, the blood on this guy's pants proves that pretty well. See, I'm not completely useless, Mr. Edgeworth. That's good. I'm glad to hear it. Oh, I need to deduce. Proof of my profession. Bullet went clean through the bodies and the victim's abdomen. Body was found around 2:05. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be examining this. What am I supposed to do? I guess we just do the one-shot fired thing. No, you're not doing that. Damn. Okay, I'm just trying to think, how do I get here? You know what I mean? Like, how do we get to where the game wants us to go? Because, right, he was standing, and then he was shot, and then he fell to the ground. So if he's standing and he was shot, then why is there a bullet hole on the bottom shelf and not like the middle shelf? Right? That's the problem. Now, how do I get the game to recognize that I know what I'm talking about? This is not logic, right? I only have one thing for logic. I just tried to present evidence, and that didn't work. Is there something I didn't examine yet? It's about the books. It's ransacked after the shooting had occurred. They were organized differently, though. Alright, what's up? Is there anything you noticed that you'd like to share? I rushed over here as soon as I heard there was a murder in your office, sir. The investigations just got started, so I guess there's not much else to say. Were you the one who found the body? Unfortunately, yes. Door was unlocked. What awaited me inside was this whole messy affair. Even though I left the security of this room to a certain detective. Got any oddities for me? Oddities? Not odysseys. Just take drugs until you're as high as Ace Train? Yeah, let's not do that. Did I get it? Nope. Damn. I can't leave it alone, dude. Any keen insights? Notice that you haven't found anything odd about the crime scene yet. It's unlike you, sir. You seem to spot something that seems off. You should check it out. All I have to do is line the cursor up where you want to see a contradiction. Hit the deduce button. Alright, maybe I'm presenting the wrong evidence, but what else do I have? That's what we're here for, Mr. Edgeworth. Find them all in a jiffy. Crime scene notes. I guess this? Alright, let's just deduce and present the crime scene notes. I have a feeling that's what it wants me to do. There we go. That was it. Just chop off your finger. Honestly, it probably should. Bro, that's so annoying. It's like under my fingernail. God damn it. Okay, anyways. Moving on. Clearly a contradiction here with this bullet hole. What do you mean, sir? You don't see? Quite simply, the bullet hole itself is too low. If the victim was shot in the stomach, the hole should be much higher up. What if he was shot while he was sitting or lying down? That would be illogical. The victim leaned against the shelf here after being shot. It suggests that he was standing where he was. Sorry, he was standing when he got shot. That means... Wait, what does that mean? It means you need to use your brain every once in a while instead of mind, detective. It means someone made a faulty assumption. It was from this mistake our current contradiction was born. The order of the files. The order of the files is a bit off. You mean I put them back in the wrong order? Hey, actually, I think the labels in the files are wrong, sir. Oh? Yeah. You see here how the files that were shot begin with the number 0? What are those doing all the way down there after 1, 2, and 3? That's really weird. Actually, the way they are organized now is the correct order. They are exactly as I see them in my mind's eye. The numbers are out of order. Those white binders are special, so they are arranged a little differently. But from this, we know that the files were not in this order when the crime occurred. I believe the killer made the same incorrect assumption as you just did, Detective. Let's rearrange the files in the numerical order and see what we find out. Aha! Do you think it'd be okay to prop the body back up to where it was before it was moved? They're finished processing the crime scene, so I don't see why it wouldn't be. If you please, Detective. Yep, as suspected, the bullet hole is now where it should logically be. The killer went through my files first before shooting Mr. Faith. Then put the files back in numerical order. And then proceeded to shoot the victim. Why would someone kill a man and then look through your files one more time? Puzzling indeed. The files were thrown into disarray twice. Once before and once after the crime. But why? The crime scene is as it was at the time of the murder. Time to give it another look. This? What is that? Why does it say gumshoe on there in blood? Why is it... I don't understand why every game does this. Write the killer's name in blood. Every time, dude. Indicative of criminal activity, indeed. No, wait, there's got to be some mistake. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me. Say something, sir. It appears that one of my files was stolen. Is that all, sir? What about me and my situation? Is this what the killer was really after? Looks like Jim was able to leave us the name of his killer in the end. And this most important message managed to reach us. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. You can't be terribly pleased to hear that your beloved partner is the guilty party. If you are going to accuse Detective Gumshoe of being the culprit, I sincerely hope you have some proof to back it up. Jim's words, they're more than enough, wouldn't you say? If that's how you want to play, then at least allow me to understand your reasoning. You got it. I don't like this one bit. There's something strange about this man's attitude. There must be some sort of flaw in his logic, waiting for me to dig out. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you going to do? What I always do in court. I'm going to cross-examine him. I cannot. That's good. That's good as sprite work. If it makes you want to punch him, they did their job. What I always do in court, I'm going to cross-examine him. One way or another, I'll expose the flaw in his logic with this technique. How do you do that? Can you explain it to me? Maybe some other time. If you're ready? Aww. Alright, there's a lot of sprites on screen. Mr. Portman's logic. Like I said, I have no idea. You stole Jim's gun from him and shot him dead. Further, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed theft instead. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. That will be his final words, that you will be brought to justice. You intend to argue the victim's dying message points to his killer. I can hear Jim's voice. It is calling for his killer's arrest. Are you sure you're not mishearing his words, Mr. Portsman? There's no way Detective Gumshoe is the culprit here. I will find the flaw in this man's logic and expose it with credible evidence. Rebuttal. Hooching? I'll cut through those words. Detective Gumshoe, you stole Jim's gun from him and shot him dead. Hold it. Does this not work? Hold it. How do I make it work? Oops, wrong button. Microphone settings. Hold it. Nope. Test, test. No. How do I make it work? Oh, is there like a button I have to hit to make it actually do that? Control? No. Who knows, dude? Alright, fine. Hold it. You know, there's something I've been meaning to ask. What is it? Why do you call the victim Jim, when clearly his name is Buddy Faith? Isn't it obvious Jim is the perfect name for my companion? Jocks and Jim. Don't those two names go together like peanut butter and jam? Hell yeah, dude. But Jim isn't even close to the guy's real name. I'll photosynthesize. No AP, go get some food. It's all good. Go take a break. Take your lunch break. Take a 15, dog. It's all good. Well, Jocks and Buddy just sounds off. Besides, he was the third of a bunch of guys that decided to nickname Jim. Talks about the victim like he was his pet. You messed up the files to make it look like you had committed theft instead. Hold it. Hold it. Do you really think it was necessary to shovel my shelves twice to do that? That's true. Okay, then maybe his real intent was theft. You accuse me of stealing something from Mr. Edgeworth? It's a possibility. Maybe your salary's been cut so much your life is getting a little too rough to handle. I eat 3 square meals a day, every day, sir. All 3 of them happen to be instant noodles, but they're square, right? Peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly. Poor thing, what an evil prosecutor you were paired up with, and what a motive, no? That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. Hold it! Why would Detective Gumshoe do such a thing? Because the body was getting in his way, he had to mess up your bookshelf somehow, right? Anyways. But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. Hold it. Great job, Candy. I love it. Why do you think that the killer didn't notice the bloody letters? Judging by what I've seen, it doesn't take much for your detective to miss something. Appreciate. Thank. One think. Try to be good? Hell yeah. Don't we all? Don't we all try to be good? At least I hope so. Candy's iron stomach is back, and she immediately goes back to whiskey. Who do you think you are? You know nothing about me, pal. There's a lot of a person can understand about another from their first impressions. Yeah, who wants that much iron, though? Now, how many enemies do you really have? It's a lot a person can understand about another from the first impressions alone. I can't say I disagree with him on that point. Why don't you say something, sir? Ah, you too, Mr. Edgeworth. Despite his lack of attention to detail, I don't believe the detective to be the culprit. Nobody could have overlooked the bloody letters, and I can prove it, with evidence. I couldn't ask for a better setup. For the game-finishing spike. No? Okay. Interesting. Alrighty, well I thought that would be a photo of the thing that would show us what's going on, but... Oh, I guess it doesn't. Okay. So it would actually hide that. You should follow the instructions set by this one Tumblr post. What are we talking about, Fusion? Thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. It'd be by this logic.
Hold it!
Alright. Clearly. Are you saying that those letters were intended for you? Jim was an outstanding detective. I would expect no less from my former partner. Looks like Mr. Portsman still doesn't understand. He has yet to figure out the true meaning behind the bloody letters. What are you sputtering over there? Can't you just admit my logic is perfectly sound? Alright. I live here now. It'll be by his final words that you will be brought to justice. If he moved him, wouldn't he see? Alright, hang on. Listen, I don't add the quotes myself. Everybody else adds quotes. So. Bullets went clean through the victim's body, abdomen. The body was found at around 2:05. Only one shot fired. That was about Danganronpa. Are you gonna grade all of my quotes? Is that the whole quote? Oh man, that's so dumb. We're leaving it though, because if we remove it, that means 64 becomes 63. I'm not having that. Oh, he would have to have the file be there if he was gonna draw on it.
Objection!
There we go. I'm just gonna leave it. Perhaps you're not aware, Mr. Portsman. There is a serious flaw in your logic. Interesting. Don't worry about it. Sometimes you just have to give up. There you go. See? See, Candy? It was a sign, honestly. Honestly, it was a sign. Nightbot said, sometimes, just gotta give up. Alright, there's a serious flaw in your logic. Bringing a bit of courtroom into this, I see. No problem, I'm game. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Excuse me? Odd that a fellow prosecutor would be brought down by the power of his own office. What are you talking about? Eh? Oh, you're joking. I get it. Ha ha. You have the time to laugh, then you have the time to take another closer look at this. You do not still not see it. If not, may I direct your attention to the missing file? What? That's impossible. What's impossible, Mr. Portsman? Nothing. The files on that shelf are all about a certain case. When the killer went to take the file after murdering your partner, I highly doubt they could have missed the bloody letters written on the spines. It's possible they could have taken the files before committing the murder. I think that's pretty obvious. The file was stolen after it was written on. The missing letters on the detective's name were the file. The missing letters in the detective's name where the file should be proof. Should be. I can't read. Yeah, the S is gone. There's only half an H. If Detective Gumshoe really was the culprit of this case, I highly doubt that even he could overlook his own name written in blood on the files, especially as a detective who can't stand the sight of blood. Good? He does, in fact, have a first name. That means what exactly? What is this? What does it make this dying message? It makes it the work of a criminal intent on tampering with the crime scene. That's so low. I can't believe the criminal tried to pin this whole thing on me, sir. I'm gonna get him, sir. You'll see. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna have him under arrest in no time. Mr. Portsman? Ha ha ha. Brilliant. Absolutely splendid. Logic deserving of Olympic gold. I appreciate the praise, but that doesn't change the fact that your reasoning is flawed. You win some and you lose some. That's how life goes. Glad everyone's so cheery, even though I feel more dead than alive. Dead or alive? Ugh. Dick Gumshoe. It really is a shame. I really didn't want to have to bring this up, however. What is it this time? Are you still after me, pal? Humor me for a second. Who has the key to this office? That would be me. Look how angry he is. Mr. Edgeworth just proved that I'm innocent, pal. That's absolutely right. I acknowledge your innocence. Then why do I sense that you still have something to say? I was thinking, did you know there is one other person with the key to this office? Oh? Hey, you there. Yes, sir. What is it? Would you kindly fetch and escort that lovely young lady here for me? Lady? The girl is a member of this building's security. Think of her as a material witness. Did you say security? No, stop it, pal, don't. What's wrong with him all of a sudden? Oh no, it's Maggie Bird. Hi, Maggie. I believe she needs no introduction. I have called upon Miss Maggie Bird, a member of security. Oh, she looks cute. It's a nice hoodie. Not hoodie, jacket. I don't know. Why is it red feathers? Interesting. This is a fucking Banjo-Kazooie shit? What the fuck? Anyway. Maggie! Ms. Bird is the security guard on watch tonight. I see. And your point is? My point is that she could very well have used it. I guess so. And by it, I mean the master key, which can open all the office doors in this building. Whoa, what? If you are not the guilty party, Detective Gumshoe, the only other person with access to this room is Miss Bird. How dare you? I would never sneak into someone's room. That's right. I refuse to believe Maggie's the culprit, pal. It was me. That's right. I did it. Can we take that as a confession, Detective? Well, it wasn't really me, but it definitely wasn't Maggie, pal. So yeah, it was me. If it was, you have no problems with that, right? Please refrain from flying off the handle, Detective. There's no need for such theatrics. Listen to your boss, Detective. He understands what I'm saying here. That girl's the only one who could have committed the crime, and for one simple reason. Because I'm a tool. I'm a tool bag. Pretty obvious Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door. That leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. On top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Making it all that more probable she was the one who faked that dying message. Yeah. Alright, you're saying she used the master key. Okay. Yeah. Incredibly incriminating evidence, wouldn't you say? That's what you claimed about the evidence earlier as well. That was then, this is now. The flow of a good match always changes during a rally. It's all about your reflexes and reaction times, especially for an athlete like me. I wonder if there was anyone else other than Miss Bird who could have used the master key. Seems the only way to get Mr. Portsman to give me more details is to press him. Alright, bitch. Reason for suspicion. It's pretty obvious Miss Bird snuck into your office using the master key. Hold it right there, mister. I need you to tell me more. Are you sure Miss Bird is the only member of security who could have used the master key? There's only one person on staff at this time of night, and tonight, she's it. Isn't that right, Miss Bird? That's true, but I wasn't able to use the master key at the time of the crime, sir. Wasn't able to? What's that supposed to mean? Yes, moving on. I had to get sidetracked by something unrelated. What do you mean unrelated? I want to hear what she has to say, pal. But you can't really trust her not to tell lies. Plus, I hate wasting time. Yes, ask for more details. Not so fast. I too am interested in hearing what she has to say. I'll be the judge. Miss Bird, if you please. I discovered the master key was missing at around 1 a.m., sir. What do you mean by missing? As in, it wasn't anywhere in the security booth, sir. The killer must have stolen it. Mr. Portsman, I believe this must be an important piece of testimony. It would make things a little easier. I would agree with that, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with where it is now. There's a couple times when they make some like weird leaps that I'm not really a fan of, but beyond that, I think it's pretty good the way it is. Can't believe someone like you would be taken in by such words. Yeah, if there was like something else that you did that didn't require you to, yeah, I know what you mean. Didn't require you to present evidence every single time. Like you could just be like, what does that even mean? Tell me more. Like you have to explain on this. Like what did you like please change your whole testimony to reflect this. You know what I mean? Like go back and do it again with this. Yeah. I'm not lying, sir.
Objection!
If that's the case, then I'd like to know why you have the master key now. I don't quite know. It just reappeared all of a sudden, sir. A likely story. And where is your proof the key was stolen to begin with? I bet you just forgot where you put it and then found it again. I never lose things. I can practically guarantee that. To me, if something disappears, it's usually because someone stole it. Yeah, pal, trust me. You don't want to test just how bad our luck is. Unfortunately, I can't deem this piece of testimony as conclusive. Glad you agree. But, you still haven't established your motive. Our motive? Didn't we already establish that it was theft? I mean, the culprit clearly went through the bookshelves, at least tried the safe. It is as Mr. Portman says, Detective. Someone was definitely here for theft. I'm done taking blows. It's time to counterattack with a few facts of my own. It was the messed up shelves to the wiped down safe. I'd say thievery.
Hold it!
Hold it. I concur the culprit's motive appears to have been thievery. However, glad to hear that the great Miles Edgeworth is in agreement with little old mate. With regard to the investigation of the bookshelf and the safe, would it be too much for you to allow me to complete a full sentence? If Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door...
Hold it!
I thought we had established Detective Gumshoe's innocence pretty thoroughly. It was just a theory. One hypothesis among many possibilities. I had my doubts about Miss Bird from the very beginning. If that's the case, then why didn't you mention her first? Now, don't make that face. See, there goes the truth, running the other way. Let's pick up the pace and see if we can't catch up to it. Hope you understand what I say. Yada, yada, yada. Since she is the only one who could have opened the office door, that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. She knows our good detective, doesn't she? It's all more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message. Alright, what kind of evidence do I have? Was stolen from the security office. I don't think there's anything to really see on here. My big brain. My galaxy brain, dude. Okay, would she write the message on one of the things she was trying to steal? Let's go back and keep pressing. Don't you think it's a bit early to be jumping to conclusions? claim there's another way to open the door other than the master key? Well, I get it. Perhaps you had a spare made by someone else. I'll have you know, I have never made a spare, so what are you insinuating? I guess I should have known better than to suggest that someone like you would.
Hold it!
Is there anyone in this district who hasn't at least heard of Detective Gumshoe? He's practically a celebrity amongst us prosecutors. Really? I never knew I was so talked about, sir. We're holding our collective breath, you know. But when you screw up so badly that you're literally chased off the force. What? Is that true, Mr. Edgeworth? Of course not. That's hogwash. Nope.
Hold it!
By dying message, you mean the bloody letters written to spell out Gumshoe? I figured that whoever wrote his name must have wanted to frame him. And just the act of choosing his name is proof enough the two know each other well. What? What are you waiting for? Hurry up and present some evidence. First, we should listen a little bit more and digest what he's saying. Could I not impress him on something?
Hold it!
Do I present with this?
Objection!
No. No. Shut up. Alright, let's see here. Please, only Miss Bird is our prime suspect. On top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? All the more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message. Bird snuck into the room using the master key. Her tent, from the messed up shelves to the wiped down safe, I'd say thievery. So she was trying to steal a notebook or whatever. Look at the evidence one more time. What is it I'm missing here? What piece of evidence am I gonna use? The bullet went clean through the abdomen. Body was found 2 a.m. The victim's revolver. I guess my question is that how did Bird get in here? Not Bird. How did Buddy get in here, right? If it was theft, then why is there even a body here to begin with? Oh, if there was a safe, then how did she know that only prosecutors know?
Objection!
No? Okay. That's annoying. What am I missing here? Oh, shut up. There we go. Use it on the wrong spot. I was like, I know I'm on the right track here. Sorry, it's this way. Do you wish to continue insisting that Miss Bird was set on stealing something? Why not? It's the truth, after all. It's also by your logic that we came to the whole thievery conclusion anyway. That may be, but you must also be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe, the existence of which is only privy to prosecutors. Good? I find it a little hard to believe that a hidden safe was part of her cunning plan. Alright, but she could have found it by accident while she was turning everything else upside down. I also highly doubt that. I'd say the culprit knew exactly what they were looking for. After all, only the bookshelf and the safe were targeted. Good? Even I don't know about that safe, pal. That means there's no way Maggie could have known about it either. Are you proposing that the killer is a prosecutor? Interesting conclusion. That's definitely looking more and more probable. Uh-oh. What's wrong, prosecutor? Do you have a different suspect in mind now? Curses. Why? What made you... What's the thing in your face all of a sudden? It's all my fault. What do you mean? It's Jim. He knew about the existence of the secret safes. What did you say? We were partners, inseparable, conjoined twins. That's why I told him. I filled him in on the secret safes. But that means... I know, I had only just told him too. Obviously, it was wrong of me to tell him. I still can't quite believe it. The thief who broke into your room was probably Jim. Interesting. And you were simply trying to stop him, weren't you? Miss Maggie Bird. Excuse me? I mean, you are a security guard, right? That's your job. Killing is going a bit too far, even in your risky profession. You're still accusing Maggie of the murder? Yes and no. I mean, she had stumbled upon Jim, who had probably drawn his gun. And I get it. It was self-defense, wasn't it? No, I couldn't. I could never do something. He's back. Knees hurt from physical labor of walking to the kitchen and making a snack. By the way, I fiddle a lot, and right now I have a samurai sword, which is actually a letter opener. I was fiddling with it earlier, but I have had this. I've had this for 10 years. Made in Spain. Anyways. Sorry, it's a dumb little trinket. Benton gave it to me a long time ago. I could never do something like that, not even as a security guard, sir. Even if he was the thief, he wouldn't have a key to this office. Which is precisely why he had to steal it, wouldn't you say? It was Jim who stole the master key. Ah. Pretty impossible for a supposedly stolen key to be here with us unless you retrieved it from Jim after you killed him. You walked 3 flights of stairs? Oh, do you mean down, up? How many flights did you go? Interesting. Muy interesante. Mr. Portsman, are you honestly accusing your own partner of being a thief? I don't want to admit it, but it's the only way for everything to make sense. Has he no honor? Now then, I think we're done here. Investigation awaits for no man. Would you, people be so kind as to see yourselves out? You can't kick us out. This is Mr. Edwards' office. Ah, but I'm the one who's been assigned to this case. You are all suspects for varying degrees, and therefore ineligible to run this show. Listen, pal, how many times do I have to say this? Maggie can't be the culprit. Detective Gumshoe, calm yourself. But, sir, we have no choice but to accommodate his request, for now. Ha ha, thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. At least one of you understands. Now, if you could remove yourselves from my crime scene, I'd be most grateful. Mark my words, Mr. Portsman, we will meet again. If that's a formal request from the legendary prosecutor themselves, then I suppose so. Now, don't disappoint me, you hear? To be continued. Do 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 do. Alright, March 14th. It's Pi Day. 4/18. It's 4/20. Just blah, 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 blah. Sorry, I admit a kissing noise instead of a. I feel dumb. Alright. Let's see. What is with that prosecutor? I can't believe how rude he was. It was unbelievable. Please maintain. There you go. Please maintain your professionalism, detective. I'm going to find some real solid evidence proving Maggie's innocence. You'll see, sir. We've been kicked out of the crime scene, sir. True. But then what now? So then, what now? Looks like my life's fallen into yet another gigantic ditch. Ah, poor Bird. Do not despair, Miss Bird. We can overcome this as well. This too shall pass. There are many other places and things we should be looking into anyway. Eh, really, sir? Example, this hallway. The linchpin of this argument against Miss Bird is related to the master key. In that case, this hallway is the perfect place to look for more information regarding the mysteries surrounding my door. It's a basketball. Why is there a basketball? Oh, it's Portsman's office right next door. What is a basketball doing here? That's Mr. Portsman's prized possession, sir. I heard he also plays soccer, dodgeball, and even tennis. Is AP Dr. Sportsman? Dr. Prosecutor Sportsman? Dr. Spachemin. Oh, man. Only the tennis part. Why did I say Dr. Sportsman? I don't know. Ignore me. Not a single one of those sports is suitable to be played in a hallway. Agreed. Was that Pain? I mislike you for even joking about licking sports. Oh man. I don't know. Oh, the only thing I take from that is that you liked tennis, right? So I guess, right? Would you say you don't like tennis? Looks like you're in quite the pinch, Mr. Edgeworth. To be sure, a murder within the walls of the prosecutor's office is no trifling matter. We must find, apprehend, and punish the killer accordingly, post-haste. Sounds like a messy case you've got on your hands. You like playing tennis? Oh, well, okay. I think I was trying to imply that Jock Sportsman likes playing sports. You know what I mean? So that was where the comparison comes from. I did not imply that Jock Sportsman likes watching sports, which is why you are compared to him. If you ever feel lost or need some advice, my door is always open. Thank you, Payne. I will keep your offer in mind. Who is this guy again? Alright, can we go in here? This office? 2103. Hey Maggie, whose room is this? It's Mr. Sportsman, sir. So he's my new neighbor, I see. I suppose he moved in while I was away overseas? Is everything alright? Yes, sir. You must know I weighed it myself this morning, and I'm finally at 154 pounds. Congratulations. I was asking about this hallway in this room. Oh, everything's okay, sir. A word of advice, stay focused, or you may start to lose even more weight. What is a basketball hoop doing here? Didn't this used to be just outside next to the building a long time ago? So when and why was it moved indoors? I don't remember exactly, but I saw one of those officers drag it up here recently. Drag it? I heard that it wouldn't fit in the elevator, so the poor guy had to bring it himself. All the way here to the 12th floor? Maggie, talk to me, baby. What's going on? I was wondering if I may speak to you for a bit concerning this case. Must have been a big fan of the courtroom, but this is like a dream. Oh, it's a dream. A dream where I'm being cross-examined by the Miles Edgeworth. Oh, man. I can't let this chance pass me by. I must remember to ask her about the master key. I should jog her memory by showing her my notes. The present button. Alright, talk to me about the victim. Have you ever met the victim before? Well, I've seen him a couple times before when I had to go to Mr. Portsman's office. I've seen him a couple times before when I go to his office. Mr. Faith was always playing basketball with Mr. Portsman, sir. That sounds like fun. Just once, I'd have loved to play with him. It sounds fun, but the only person ever taking a shot was Mr. Sportsman. All Mr. Faith ever did was pass him the ball. Oh, on second thought, I don't think I'd have fit in all that well. Alright, Maggie, hit me up. What's going on? Miss Maggie Bird, correct? I take it that you are an acquaintance of the detective. She was under my supervision back when she was still in the force, sir. One day she got caught up in a murder. Things started going downhill, so she quit. But I owe a lot to Detective Gumshoe for introducing me to my current employer. Or so I thought, until a few hours ago. Right before I was about to clock out for the night. You got caught up in this whirlwind of a case, correct? Don't worry, my whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Oof. All the eyes, the animation, like the... This is like eyes dash. Yeah, see, it's like look away, look again, look away. The double look, I don't know why, it just sells it so well. Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building, I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and now I even managed to be named a criminal. Just when I become a security guard. It's a lot to go through in one lifetime. I know! Just when I thought I'd finally found my happiness. I wind up getting you and Detective Gumshoe involved in my bad luck. You don't need to worry about me, Miss Bird. Nor do you need to worry about yourself. You can worry about Gumshoe, but not me, not you. I will solve this case and prove your innocence. All I ask in return is for your cooperation. Yes, sir, you can count on me. I'll do all I can to help. I'm doing my part. When did you discover that the master key was missing? The time I realized it, I think it was around 1 a.m., sir. I noticed it was back at around 2:30 a.m. It was just sitting there on the ledge where the security room's reception window is. But I'm sure that between those times it was not just gone, but stolen, sir. Why is such an important key stored in such an insecure place? It's not like that, sir. We always keep the key further inside the room, away from the window. Sorry, I was just checking to see if that other guy was still here. I think he's gone. Always, you say. Except for this time, correct? I admit that was a bit careless, but I had my reasons. I left it out because I was sort of using it at the time. It was after I had used it and I left it sitting out on the ledge. She used the master key? I'm gonna need you to tell me more. No. Thank you. What did you mean by you used the master key? I had to use it to open the door for this prosecutor who had forgotten his key. Nice. It's my job as a security guard, right? Ah, what is it? That's right. I just remembered. The prosecutor who forgot his key was Mr. Portsman, sir. What? Please tell me more, quickly. It was around 12 a.m., midnight. Mr. Portsman had forgotten his office key, so he came down to security. That's when you loaned the master key to him? No way. It's against regulations to loan the master key out to anyone. I walked with Mr. Portsman to his office and opened the door for him, personally. I see. What happened after that? Well, he called for me to come close... What? He called for me to come close up his office as he was leaving to go home. That was around 1:30 a.m. So, in summary, for the sake of one forgetful prosecutor, you used the master key twice tonight. Talk about suspicious. I doubt you can say that you never left your keys at home tonight, though. Alright, so hang on. Let me use logic real quick. What time was the key missing? It was missing from 1 to 2:30. Well, there's a contradiction here, because if the key was stolen from 1 to 2:30, how was the key used at 1:30 to lock it up? Only one? That sucks. Huh. Interesting. I won't rest until I have inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. I can see it right there. Oh, wait. Okay, never mind. It looks like a 2 on my screen. You can't mistake it because of the basketball hoop, sir. That reminds me, Mr. Portsman has actually wanted room 1202 really bad. Since you were already occupying it, Mr. Edgeworth, we put him next door. So why was Mr. Portsman so particular about getting room 1202? I'm not sure. I bet it's because something like his birthday is December 2nd? Ooh. Okay, so 1202. If I get inside, let's see here. The door is locked tight. I bet the old credit card trick wouldn't work here, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? This is the office of a high prosecutor, detective. These doors would be pretty ineffective if the average cat burglar could get through them. I guess only a great cat burglar could get in. That must be who our culprit is. Might I advise you to return that conclusion to whatever pawn shop you bought it from? Do you go asleep when your birthday is on the clock? April 30th at 4:30? Kind of. I don't know if that was something else, but it's more or less. It's roughly around the time I go to bed. Sure. Nothing of interest here. Alright, well, thanks a lot, game. Minimalist yet classy door made of top quality wood. Unfortunately, I don't know why. Well, I do know why. At some point, I started going to bed at like at 5 a.m. and I have had the hardest time stepping it back to like 3 a.m. There's no urgency, so I have like no way to like convince myself that I need to get up. I need to go to bed earlier. I just can't do it. Fits in really well with the ambience of the prosecutor's offices. Even Mr. Portsman seems dignified just because he works behind one of these. Nonsense. A man doesn't become more or less dignified because of where he works. He still seems more dignified than Mr. Payne. Custodial work can always be dignified. What am I missing? Mr. Portsman's personal basketball hoop. I can't believe he put something like this in the hallway of prosecutor's office. It's actually pretty useful, sir. I haven't gotten lost trying to get to your office since it's been here. You got lost? Alright, so this one's locked tight. Yeah, 1202. These 4 numbers on a number plate all alone proclaim this to be my office. Hey, these number plates slide right out, sir. They have to be able to take the plate off when a room becomes vacant, you know. The idea that it can be so easily removed is kind of... Can you do that for me, please? No? I don't see any signs of forced entry. According to the guard, no signs the lock was picked either, sir. The door really was opened with the key. Did you have to ask if any prints were lifted from the doorknob? The doorknob's clean as a whistle. Wiped, they say. I only have to go to bed 2 times a week, so my sleep schedule is never going to be fixed. Yeah, it's rough. It's really rough, because if you're not going to bed like at a certain time, like 5 days a week, it's like, what's the point, dude? You're never going to get used to it. Minimalist yet classy door made of top quality wood. It was impossible to break in by force. It's almost majestic. Being a detective has its own rewards and certain virtuous value, I think. If you live up to your full potential, it's a poignant trait that anyone can admire. At least I'm not taking 3 naps a day, LOL. Unlike somebody. A long pause wasn't exactly reassuring, sir. Okay, what am I missing here? Can I combine these two to make something? Okay, good. I'm afraid there's a flaw in your story. Okay. Notice I mentioned that discrepancy. I'm glad that it lets me do it. I should have done that. You used to take 3 naps a day. Gotcha. That's so many naps. Wake up in the morning, go to school. Have a 2-hour nap between classes. Go eat lunch. Have a 1-hour nap. Go back to class. Have a 1-hour nap. Go home. Didn't you say you have narcolepsy? Or one of those? No way, pal. Over the summer. Gotcha. I mean, sir, you said that you locked up Mr. Portsman's office at around 1:30 a.m., correct? The master key had already been stolen at that time. Nothing gets by you. You saw that contradiction like a pro. I had totally forgotten all about that, but thanks to you, I remember it now. It was around that very time I realized the master key was missing. Yeah. I'm a security guard, sir. I couldn't just admit to losing the master key, could I? I pretended to lock up his room, sir. You pretended? I used my house key and made it look like I was locking up. In actuality, you never did relock the door then. Interesting. I thought that maybe I could lock it after I found the key. I guess the door still hasn't been locked properly. But it has been locked. Deduce. Eureka! There's a contradiction here between reality and the evidence. If what Ms. Bird has said is true, then why is this door locked tight? Huh? No, you're right. Miss Bird, are you sure you didn't relock this door? I'm certain of it, sir. And I don't think Mr. Portsman noticed it himself that I hadn't. Which means what, sir? It either means that he actually does have the key to his office, or the door Miss Bird opened wasn't this one at all. A completely different one. She opened a different door, but how can you prove that? One easy way to find out, all we need to do is examine these. The prints on the number plate will tell us all we need to know. Really? Like what? What? Oh. Alright. Come on. I feel like we would have already done the prints on the master key. So I guess the doorknob. Okay, I guess that makes sense. What did you find out? No need for such belligerent nostril flaring, detective. I have found only Mr. Portsman and Mr. Faith's prints on the doorknob. Only 2 people's prints were found on this, huh? That's pretty decisive. I'm lost, sir. Thinking logically, a certain other person's prints should also be on this knob as well. That would be Miss Bird's.
Take that!
Take that! Don't you find it odd that the prints of the person who unlocked this door are absent? You mean, the door that Miss Bird opened could not have been this one, but a different one. What have we here? First of all, I see a letter. A scrap of paper. I'll get it, sir. There's something written on it. I brought the 3 pieces of evidence by, just like we talked about on the phone, but looks like you're out. Guess I'll catch up to you later, buddy. A note from the victim. And it's from Mr. Portsman. I'm also seeing this. What's this? What are you looking at, sir? Oh, hey. How about a game? That's okay, detective. I just found the position of this hoop to be a little off. Hey, you're right, sir. I guess it shifted when someone made a seriously sweet slam dunk. Better take note of this. Yo. The bass line, though. Basketball, soccer, dodgeball, tennis. Doesn't matter what sport it is, he's game. It'd be a little hard to play tennis with this ball. That isn't the point you should be focusing, detective. You're right, sir. Bad, Mr. Sportsman. Someone should teach him to clean his toys up after he's done playing. I think we've reached the end of this conversation. Alright, what am I missing here? Why does it sound like there's more stuff that I haven't seen? Where do you want your conduit? Ooh, good question. Where do I want my conduit? If there's gonna be one by my house, put it. So okay, so you know how there's like a cove, right? Hang on, let me orient myself with the map. So there's like the port, right? Port kind of goes like this shape, and then there's the portal is sitting on a little island. Put it just outside of the island, so it's like just outside of the port, so that it still reaches the inside of the port, but also reaches everywhere else outside. That should make sense. That works. If you want, just put it in one of the chests that's on the pier. I'll get to it at some point. I don't have any prismarine, so drop some prismarine for me, if you wouldn't mind. My good man. Also, hi, Levon. Hope your night's going well. Is there any more logic I can do here? No. Nothing I can ask you, right? Okay. Not that one. Had opened Mr. Portsman's office up here a number of times before. I've always had the chance to see on the inside of his office on a number of occasions too. He's got shelves upon shelves of sports memorabilia, trophies, and awards in it. To the point where it's almost beyond gaudy, sir. But maybe I just feel that way because I'm jealous since I don't have even a single one. Don't say that, Maggie. I'll make you a special Guard of the Month award just for you. Thanks for trying, but I've already gotten a mountain of consolation prizes. They're proof of just how unbelievably unlucky my life has been. Plus, getting an award from you just isn't the same as getting a real award, sir. Ugh. Wow, wrecked. Okay, I'm just trying to think. Okay, so actually, can I examine this? Oh, I can't go down. Damn it. I know we checked the basketball already. Okay, got that. You talked with your partner yet? Yes, but if I need to do it again, I can. About Miss Bird. No way she's a killer. Please don't tell me you buy into that accusation. Rest assured, I think she's innocent. However, I need to ask her for a few things regarding her security guard position. If you're only asking, that's okay. Just stand next to her and touch the talk button. You two can talk about whatever topic you want to pick. Levon is playing Minecraft. He's too busy to talk to us. You want to ask her about evidence, all you have to do is present it. After you choose what to show her, touch present again, and off you two go. Oof. Poor Candy. Recommend showing different people different things. Didn't you duel all your points away earlier? I love basketball. Play all the time when I'm off duty. Want to be first or last. Second was insulting. So that's fair. That's fair. You should see me dribbling, faking and weaving like a pro with my trusty coat on, sir. Call me the Green Supernova. Wears that tattered rag of a jacket even when he's on his days off. What am I missing? I'm like 99% sure this is not a thing that I have to do. Nope, that's what I thought. What am I missing here? Already checked this area. What did it say? Already checked this area earlier, but it never hurts to take another look. Okay, same message I get there. Eric. Howdy. What's going on? I'm gonna press her on everything here, just so I know what I'm getting into. Yeah, Fuko Friday? Let's see here. Need some noodles? Dude, I could use some noodles too. Although I say that, I've actually eaten like... I've had noodle dishes lately. I just want more. I just want more carbs. Send noodles. More? I need more! Okay. So what am I missing, right? I feel you, Candy. I feel you. You stick with me, I'll show you all the good stuff. Look rather intrigued by something. It's nothing. I just noticed that Mr. Horseman called his partner Jim. Detective in the Sunday night drama All My Cops is named Jim too. But one of them is a big fan of that show. Seen a little something about it yourself. Take you watch it too? Of course! The tight bond of friendship between prosecutor and detective was great. Good stuff, hell yeah. It's nothing compared to the super strong friendship we have. Friendship, detective? I think you're mistaking it with pity. How can you say that, sir? After all we've been through. Sniffle. Pretty sure none of this is useful. I'm in fact tapping things and examining them. Evidence and information. Active reasonable is the way to go. Alright, I'll use the bathroom real quick. I need to pee. Hang on. I return. I don't know when Fuko is. Name is all the details. I'm just going, I think, maybe, probably. All the B emotes are super cute. Interesting. They're almost too cute. Way too adorable. All the bees are belong to me. So, apparently my mom bought a box of Lucky Charms and only wanted like one bowl, because then she just walked in and gave me a box of cereal and left. So, I don't understand. Now I have an extra box of cereal.
Alright, chat. What am I missing? What am I missing? The chair? Oh my god. I didn't even look at the chair. Ah, it's the missing Zero Series file, sir. The bloody letters mark it clear as day. There's a few pages missing. Our thief only took what was necessary and left the rest behind. What are these Zeros files about? Guess I got something worth stealing in them, huh? Not particularly, just a collection of court case files. However, the cases within these files are not mine. They belong to the High Prosecutor that used to occupy my current office. I have my reasons, but let's just say I was charged with keeping them as they were. That means the thief must have also wanted the files for a specific reason, right? Good eye on you. It would seem so. Only the pages related to that case from 10 years ago are missing. Why would anyone care about such an old case? Yay! That was exactly what I was missing. I'm like, I know I did everything here. I'll put the Lucky Charms away, but I still want more Lucky Charms. Nice. It's actually paid off quite handsomely. Handsome? Unless... I need a bowl. Hang on. Or a cup. All right. How so, sir? In a variety of different ways. I think it's time we had a little chat with the real culprit of this case. All right. You know who the killer is? As long as my logic is sound, then yes. The mastermind behind this murder is none other than Mr. Portsman. I knew it. It's exactly what my logic senses were telling me too. Lady and gentlemen, prepare yourselves. Let's knock on Truth's door. Finish processing the bloody letter, sir. Alright, let me take a gander at it. Nice. Well, if it isn't Detective Gumshoe. End of the line for you, Portsman. We've got you now. Call off your dog, Mr. Edgeworth. Is this some kind of joke? It's no joke. We know, Mr. Jocks Portman, that you are the guilty party in this case. Sorry if I'm eating. I should just finish eating before I continue playing, but fuck it. You must be pretty upset getting chased out of your own room. I'd be mad too. Guess you can stay if you promise to stay out of our way. You intend to hide your crime under the guise of a prosecutor doing his job? I can see right through the unsightly paper-thin mask you wear upon your cowl. Ha ha! Who'd ever thought it would come to this? Actually, come to think of it, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right? The legendary prosecutor who never lost a single case for 40 long years. But there was always this incessant chatter about forged evidence with that guy. Oh, he teaches me that I've got to stay out on the lookout for false accusations, you know? Are you done trying to play mind games with me? Because they won't work. The only thing you should be using that mouth for is explaining yourself. Although that, too, will only dig your hole deeper. Either way, your game is up. Why are we full of ourselves? Alright. Even though you have yet to prove anything. Testimony. Start. How, may I ask, do you propose I unlocked your door and got in here? Look, I feel bad doing this to you, but I've got work to do, so we're done here. Not finished yet, bud. Boy, you're stubborn. I suppose you're basing your accusations on something? Yes. I'll show you what I'm basing my accusations on. D's nuts. Got him. What am I drinking? I am eating cereal. Lucky Charms. They're magically delicious. Cereal with no milk. I know. I got tired of pouring it in my hand and then eating it that way. They're okay. What's really the only good part about Lucky Charms is the marshmallows. Oh, shit. Hang on. So, this is a unicorn? That's the horn, right? What else have we got? A lot of these are like busted up. Oh. There's the leprechaun hat. It's a little hat with a clover on it. Hearts, stars, horseshoes, clovers, and blue moons. All right, those are the main ones, but put chocolate milk in it. Nice. Imagine growing. Yeah, honestly, the only good part about Lucky Charms is the marshmallows. You can actually buy bags of just the marshmallows. So, I personally wouldn't, but no. It's not bad. Like I said, it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. And the marshmallows are pretty good. Spent all your money on Lucky Charms. Hang on, there's a rainbow in here. Come on, there we go. Rainbow marshmallow. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, and the best of all. Little heart. Heart, stars, and horseshoes, clovers, and blue moons. Oh, it's gluten-free. Look at that. Huh. Neato. I need a cute CC emote. Don't you already? Yeah, you have plenty. All right, come on. That's a cute one. Or that one. I don't have that many cute ones. I do have the butt, which is pretty good. Think. It's like right here. You know where you guys are? Right here in my heart. You'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart. Phil Collins. No matter what they say. Whatever. I don't know. It's been a while. Always. Fucking Tarzan? Yeah, there we go. Tarzan soundtrack slaps, bro. I have no idea what sort of harebrained idea you have in mind, but there's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. How did I propose I unlocked your door to get out in here? I know I disturb a bunch. Candy, in no way do you disturb. Don't be like that. All of you are wonderful, and I appreciate you being here at all times. I know I like being in the community when the imposter syndrome sets in. You have imposter syndrome for being my friend? How does that even work? Just a guy. I don't even deserve to be his friend. Like, fuck you. Fuck you, friend. Y'all are silly. Being loved and appreciated.
Hold it!
It's a weird feeling, isn't it? Scum like me. No, I get it, man. I get it. Definitely feels weird. The idea that people like hanging out with me. You know, it's like, oh, shit. People like coming to my stream. Who'd have thought? If you had told me 10 years ago that I would have a stream that would be successful, you know, that I would have a lot of friends, and I would make a lot of friends and have a lot of people who actually cared about me and actually watched my stream. If you had told me that 10 years ago, I would have laughed in your face. I would have thought you were a maniac. Here we are. My accusation is a harebrained idea, is it? You tell me. I'd say it is. After all, there's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. Oh? And what, pray tell, kind of evidence are we talking about here? Jim is my partner, so you can't say I had a motive for killing him. Isn't change great? It's very chaotic. I agree. I agree. And that's it. That's not even an anthill, let alone a mountain. But it's more than enough, wouldn't you agree? Might I recommend that you review what the word evidence means? It doesn't change the fact that the evidence doesn't point to me as the killer. Let's see, how do you propose I will unlock the door? Fortunately, I believe I have already shown how earlier. Your speculations mean nothing, as I still insist I could not gain access to your room. You claim to have no way to open my door. However, is that really the honest truth? Alright, I'll humor you. Go ahead, shoot. I propose that you use this to open my door.
Take that!
Take that. Got some nice quips. It's true. Unlike Phoenix, Edgeworth is actually like really like he's sharp. He's sharp on the noggin. He knows what he's doing. Believe you were able to open my office door.
Objection!
Objection. Wait. Hold on a second. I never laid a finger on that key, as you already know. Precisely. You were able to open my door without lifting a single finger. Well, maybe you did, but only to direct. Huh? That's right. You use your finger to direct this person to open my door. Take that! Like the funny jokes? My jokes or the game's jokes? What are we talking about here? You would ask Miss Bird. Both. Nice. Good music time. Hell yeah. Fuck your pizza and checkers. Furry jokes? I mean, Candy's profile is a dog, so I'll let you be the judge. 28, more like 28 woof. Got him. Mind if I delete Eric? By all means. Delete Eric. Now you're stuck. I didn't do nothing. There you go. I didn't do nothing though. Nothing to see here. Hey, I just arrived. Was that the win? I did see you typed Eric. It was pretty funny. Miss Candy timed out Eric for 1 second. Oh, man. You would ask Ms. Bird to open your own office door for you, yes? Yeah, I kind of forgot my key at home. Happens a bit too often for my taste, you know. That room you had Ms. Bird opened at the time was not your own, was it? What? You had quite the imagination. But why don't we ask the girl herself whose door she opened, shall we? I'm certain it was Mr. Portsman's door, sir. Wonder if Candy remembers my name. It's Super Ong? Very loving chat. Hey, listen, we try. It's Tara. Tara Dickoff. We all know. You all know it. Come on. I checked the number plate to make sure I was opening the right door. You see, Miss Bird backs up my story. Yet, what if you misled her to fool her into thinking what you wanted? How do you suppose I did that? By switching the number plates on our doors, for example. That's right, they do slide out pretty easily. Furthermore, you then used one other thing to give your very strong impression. The door she was opening was yours, not in fact mine. Take that. I go to the message CJ sent in Discord where he said he had me really convinced his Waffle House birthday ass was named Tara. I have a manager who is named Tara. I don't know. Thought it's a little weird, but sure, why not? The basketball hoop, sir. It was quite the peculiar fixture in any hallway, let alone a hallway in this building. Which is why it left an unusually strong impression on me. An object perfectly suited to sit just outside the office of a peculiar prosecutor. What? It's very true, sir. Because this was a basketball hoop sitting there, I thought the door was an opening had to be Mr. Portsmouth's. I saw an AC once, but I quit because I'm afraid of doxing people. I have a manager named Tara who was always late when I waited in the cold at Buffalo Wild Wings at 8 a.m. Oof. Brought you breakfast? That's not so bad. Did you at least sit in the car, Eric? She called you a thought? That's why you left? Oof. I biked through the snow? Oh no. Eric. No. That's so bad. Canada's rough, dude. Out here biking in the snow? God damn. Who's this thought, Tara? How rude. Who's the thought? We're all thoughts, okay? You're all thoughts to me, okay? I just want you all to know. Literal butt. Could get the proper gear. I'm glad she doesn't remember. Now I can reuse old material. There you go. I see. So that's how you throw suspicion on people. Thanks for the tip. But I think your conjecture is a little off the racetrack. Round 2, rebuttal. Now you're just spouting nonsense. I was wondering the other day, I think I have a pretty good memory for names. Exactly, it's not old material but new to people. I was in my room the entire time. Candy, all you have to do is just look up the president of Czechoslovakia. That's it. It's that simple. Get me the president of Czechoslovakia. It's a good clip. You don't have a single reason to suspect me. If you remember what it actually was, then that might help you. He intended to claim his innocence to the end, does he? I'm as pure and innocent as my jacket. And Miss Bird is as dirty and guilty as the jacket she wears. My jacket's not dirty, I'll have you know I just washed it yesterday. Please calm down, for I intend to show you who is the one truly covered in slime here. Shots fired. Oh man, Interesting. That's funny that's the first quote.
Hold it!
Hold it. Nonsense, you say. Because I'm telling the truth here. I had the girl open my office door. I was in my room the entire time. You don't have a single reason to suspect me. There you go. I thought that would be quote number 1.
Objection!
Nope, it's not it.
Objection!
There we go. Numero 1. If you had, I had your door dusted for prints. My door? Huh, what for? I bet you didn't find anything. You sure are good at wasting time. You're right. I didn't find anything. And definitely not Miss Bird's prints. What do they have to do with anything? Let's put it this way. If she really was the one who opened your door, then her prints should naturally be on the doorknob she touched. Ack. Further, all of the prints on my office doorknob have been wiped clean. I can only assume it's because Miss Bird's fingerprints were on it.
Objection!
Doesn't change the fact that I was in my room the entire time. Is that really a fact, or is it fiction? Hey, would I lie to you? Yes.
Take that!
There we go. Cool cat. Nice. Is that it's DX cat, right? Yeah. I don't know why that's an emote. There are some weird emotes on this site. I really don't understand. This is a note that the victim left for you, Mr. Portsman. A note? It was left under your door, or did you not notice? Right here it says, "But you're out." You were not in your room when the victim came to call on you. So then, where were you and what were you doing? I don't mind being a little asshole to add quotes. That's all I want. It's all good. The quotes are there just if you guys want to add stuff. You don't have to. But if I say something wacky, by all means, you're free to quote that and use it for later. Don't you think it's time you gave up your charade? We know you stole into my office with the intent of stealing something from me. And Detective Faith found you out, possibly because he heard sounds coming from a room whose occupant was on leave. Mr. Portsman, you killed Mr. Faith to silence him. Someone quote that? There you go. Which part W? Part W is my favorite new emote. And I had the misfortune to return when I did. You had to threaten me as you escaped. As I said when you had the gun to my back, no one gets away with committing murder in my office. He 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 he. Tee hee ho ho ha ha hee hee ho ha 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 ha. What's so funny, pal? That look of stiff seriousness on your face of this office's That look of stiff seriousness on the face of this office's finest prosecutor as he makes a huge mistake in accusing me is simply too much to bear. There's just nothing else like it in the world. What? Mr. Edwards just explained it all and even backed it up. You're the murderer. I think it's ad quote. There you go. There you go. Yeah, I remember that it was all one word. It was add quote and don't quote. Alrighty. As I said earlier, it's also so circumstantial, so full of conjecture. You say you checked my doorknob for prints. I can readily confess that I had wiped that knob down as well. Wait, I can readily confess I had that knob wiped down well. I'm a little obsessive compulsive, you see. I didn't want to touch a doorknob that you had touched, which is why I wiped the knob down as soon as I could after you opened the door. After that, it makes perfect sense that only Jim's and my prints would be on there. You made that up just now, didn't you? Furthermore, as for the note Jim left me, do you know what exactly that was? All we know, he could have left it there before I arrived at the office, like early evening, for example. You failed to notice a note in your doorway? Hey, even geniuses fail at times. It's all good. Stream Elements is here, but not Streamlabs. I've had issues with Streamlabs, so I use Stream Elements now. But I don't know. I should probably go back to the one that is the one everyone uses. I was probably too preoccupied by work-related matters. Although, that's no excuse. That's just a flat-out lie. There's no way you didn't notice it. No. Don't call me Gunlap. Calls me Gunlap28. I try not to, but everyone else does. You can't prove that, can you? Say something, Mr. Edgeworth. Back me up here. Good. Portsman makes a good point. I can't prove that he didn't simply overlook it. I have an airtight alibi. Airtight, you say? I only realized that I had one just now while we were talking. I guess it would have been better for all of you if I had told you sooner. No. Your name is 28. You doxed him. No, Candy, stop. My brother's name is Eric, and sometimes I don't want to think about him. That's fair. If memory serves, you came back to the office at around 2 a.m., correct? And it was then that you had that unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. But at exactly that time, I was down in criminal affairs. Ask around. I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It's the perfect alibi. You really think it's that perfect? I also have a brother. Do all of us have a brother? Candy does, Eric does, and AP does. So do I. Okay. 50% of sisters have a brother. Interesting. I have two. I hate them. You have 4 others? Oh, you do have a sister. I forget that. You know what's funny, Candy? I was at work one day, and I had a customer come in, and I swear, if you told me you had a sister that lived in Texas, I would have believed you because she looked just like you. I was taken aback. I was stunned. Obviously, it was like subtle differences where I'm like, obviously this isn't Candy. But I was like, God damn. Candy has a twin out there somewhere, and she lives in Texas. I mean it. I really mean it. I didn't really say anything. I didn't take a picture or whatever because that would be weird. But, yeah. She looked very similar. Very, very similar. I was taken aback by how similar. This was months ago, though. This is like immediately after GDQ, too, which is the other thing that was kind of crazy. I was like, I just saw Candy at GDQ, and now a month later, I see her doppelganger at the Krog. The old Krog, Kroget. Kroger. So pretty similar. At least in the moment I thought about it. But I haven't seen her since, so I don't know. If it's common enough, I imagine that people probably use, probably a lot of people. She forgot the pillow and she came to see me and she said hi, but she didn't say hi. She said hola because she only spoke Spanish. That was also how I knew it wasn't candy. I'm like, oh yeah, no, you're from somewhere down south, but not that far. I navigated it. That was all right. I made it work. She wanted a money order for something. I don't know. Yeah, she spoke Spanish. So like barely any English. I don't care. Ask around and all you like. You'll see for yourself. Coincidences are weird, man. Such a coincidence. Indeed, indeed. I would meet her. Hell yeah. Borders are closed. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, good luck. Good luck coming out here. What was I gonna say? I'm sure that someone out there, I'm sure that you guys out there will see somebody who looks just like me, because I'm generic white guy number 5, right? Like this beard, glasses, hair, and like this shape. You know, like I knew 3 people that looked just like me that went to my school. Do you want to buy a house in America? It's cheap. You mean all houses? I should get one. If you see someone like me, please slap them. All right. Will do. Sir, yes, sir. I'll go check out his alibi, sir. I'll be right back. Mr. Edwards, sir, I think we're in trouble. It's just like Mr. Portsman said. The guys down in criminal affairs said they saw him at around 2 a.m. You see? Give him a cookie? Nice. Bro, the hotel that gave out cookies? Oh, dude. I wish more places had free cookies. Wouldn't the world be a better place if everywhere just had free cookies? You just like walk into a store and they're like, hey, thanks for shopping here. Here's a warm chocolate chip cookie. I'd be like, fuck yeah, I'm coming back tomorrow. I'm coming back in 2 hours. Can I get back in line and get another one? I know how to drive a boat. Hell yeah. I have some basic experience. I could probably drive a boat, but I'm not certified. I have minimal experience, but I'm sure I could wing it. I've driven boats before. Cookies are so good. Hell yeah. I've driven a lot of boats in video games, so that's how you know. That's how you know my knowledge is on point. Missed out on a killer breakfast on my way back from GDQ. Oof. Unfortunate. You have a card. There you go. Don't let you drive? No. You have to. Boats are the only motorized vehicle I know how to drive. Because you grew up on a lake, Levon. Duh. Everyone knows. All the evidence points to him being the culprit. There must be a contradictory point in his alibi somewhere. You came back to this office around 2 a.m. That is correct. It was then that you had that unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. At exactly that time, I was down in criminal affairs. Ask around, I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It's a perfect alibi. What kind of evidence do I have? I like to think I'm a pretty good driver. Always forget Levon doesn't know how to fly. Who'd have thought? Do I have any evidence? Fuck. I should probably press him. I'm gonna press him on everything.
Hold it!
You are correct. It was around 2 a.m. Are you sure? It's really important to me that you're spot on at the time. For checking my watch then, I'm making no mistake, it was 2. Testimony like a pro. Okay, so you came back to your office at 2. I can drive. That's the only thing I'm licensed to do. Then that you had the unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint. It was as you say, however. Yes, however, you are the only one who can claim to have bumped into the culprit. Tell me, did you see the person's face? Was it me who you saw? It was pitch black, so I couldn't actually see.
Objection!
Oh, come now. I'm sure you saw something. Try a little harder, why don't you? Doesn't matter if you remember or not. It only matters that you ran into the culprit. I was down in criminal affairs. You paid the criminal affairs department a visit. Okay. Right after I left the prosecutor's building, I headed straight for the precinct.
Hold it!
I don't know why I keep picking up this goddamn sword. I am such a fiddler. I am such a fiddler. A part of me hates it. A part of me doesn't really care, but a part of me hates it. Because I will just pick up something and I'll just like play with it. Like with my fingers. Like when nothing's going on, I will just twiddle. And I do it a lot whenever I'm like doing interviews and things for speed docs, and I will yeah, I'll be making noise and I'm like, what am I doing, dude? Stop. Alright. We did go and ask around to confirm your testimony. Just as I said, right? Yes, sir. It's literally all I ever do is fiddle with things. That's fair. A number of detectives said they saw you at around that time. I had the perfect alibi. It's the ace I had up my sleeve. I got these like hand exercises, so I'm hoping that I can replace my fiddling habits with like just sort of like mild exercise. Yes, that'd be a good idea. I need a fiddle toy, but it also has to be quiet, and I don't want a stupid fucking fidget spinner. Like, I don't care about fidgeting with watching it spin. You know, I really don't care. That doesn't do anything for me. But at the same time, I'm like holding a thing of Carmex. Like this somehow is able to like satisfy my brain fidget, but you know, a fidget spinner no. He actually does have the perfect alibi. What's wrong? Why the sudden sullen look on your face? Can't you say anything back, Mr. Edgeworth? I think we've reached the end of the line, and it's time to get off this crazy train. You there, sir. Please escort the young lady out, but remember, be gentle. Maggie! Detective Gumshoe! Is there nothing I can do? There must be a way to turn the situation around. If I only had a clue, did I miss something that can help cast doubt on his alibi? I need to calmly think this through one more time, and with logic. Connect! Eureka! There were 2 bullets left at the scene of the crime. Fidget spinners are more the feel than the visual. It's weird, yeah. I guess that makes sense. I like them, but they aren't as satisfying as other fidget toys. Yeah, I mean, that was such a big craze, and it was like so dumb. There were 2 bullets at the scene of the crime. One that robbed Mr. Faith of his life, and one that nearly robbed me of my jacket. The murder weapon only shows sign of being fired once, meaning it is entirely possible that a second gun was used in my office tonight. But, seeing as how the killer had to steal Mr. Faith's gun, I doubt the killer had another gun up their sleeve. Therefore, the second gun could have been the property of an entirely different person. Which could mean there was another person who paid a visit to my office tonight. Boosh. The culprit rearranged my files twice, once before and after the murder. Why? The victim and his killer weren't the only visitors in my office tonight. What other fidget toys are there that I don't know about? Supposing there was another visitor tonight, that would also resolve the issue of why my shelves were upended twice. We know that the shelves were disturbed once before and once after the murder. It shouldn't be much of a stretch to think that it was the work of 2 different people. Once by the person who stole the victim's gun and then killed him with it. Oh man, to be fair, yeah. The magnetic balls, things, and other stuff. Okay. I guess those are fidgety toys, yeah. They are pretty hard to explain. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. Once by the person who stole the victim's gun and then killed him with it, and then once again after the murder by our second culprit. And who is the owner of the second gun? If we suppose the second culprit's gun was the one that was pointed at my back.
Objection!
Mr. Portsman, it seems that I need to amend my assumptions regarding this case. So you finally come to your senses. I have a cube that has a mini joystick on it. Bro, what I should just have a busted GameCube controller like on me at all times. I just like, this is my fidget toy for now on. I just like to fucking fiddle the stick and hit the buttons and flip the triggers and like. Right. That'd be perfect for me, dude. I'd fucking love that shit. Right now I'm using a butter knife because it's the closest thing to me. Damn. Sir, what are you saying? When's my ASMR Melee video? How does that work exactly? Am I playing Melee or are you just listening to me? Do you want me to record just the controller sounds while I play Melee? You don't get any game audio. You just get the controller flicks. I'd have to be silent the whole time. I don't know if I could do that. Maybe I just whisper. Maybe I just whisper while I do this. Oh man, that's a good up tilt. I can't believe I missed that up tilt. Wow. Oh my gosh. This guy is gonna. Oh man, maybe can I recover from that? There we go. Okay. Boom. Take that, scrub. Get fucked. Get fucked, idiot.
Hell yeah.
This has been a big misunderstanding on my part from the start. Whisper raging, dude. You'll hear it. I had assumed the person who I ran into was the killer, but that may not have been the case. What do you mean? The person I ran into was just your average thief. But, sir, doesn't that cause some sort of contradiction in the facts? Not at all. It simply means the killer was someone else. And it means that in actuality, 2 culprits stole into my office tonight. What do you mean 2? That explains both why my shelves were disturbed twice and how there were 2 guns. I don't know. I just think, like, my breathing. You'd hear me breathing. But, you know, who knows? All right. AP's back on the gotcha game. Mr. Portsman tricked Miss Bird to gain entry into my office. Here I am fiddling. Luckily, I'm actually doing exercises instead of whatever. Mr. Portsman tricked Miss Bird to gain entry into my office. Now you're just leading the argument. You still don't have any actual proof, you know. If you could please go along with my hypothetical scenario for now, Mr. Portsman. In the end, if you really are innocent, you should have nothing to worry about. Big Boy Rincon resubscribed 37 months. My dude.
I have a box of fresh peaches.
Bitchin'. I love fresh peaches. That's good shit, dude. 3 years, Adam. 3 years. God damn. Adam, you have been subbed from the very start. And tier 3. You're a fucking god amongst men. You are literally 5 times ahead of everyone else. Did you actually summon hell? Is that the good one? Literally 5 times further ahead than anyone else. I have to send him nudes. He just has to request them. Is that a good one? It's a good one, right? I do what I can. Because you're a legend. So you're a goddamn legend. She is a good one. Nice. I saw you had tweeted about it, and it looked like it was pretty busted. Like, in every combat, if she has more than 1 HP and she would die, she keeps 1 HP or some shit. That seemed kind of busted. In the end, if you're really innocent, you should have nothing to worry about. Grr. Now then, returning to my scenario. Mr. Portsman was out to steal something from me, which is why he checked my secret safe and ransacked my shelves. This is the first time. So this would be when the files were put back in the wrong order, right? Correct. Then, just when he was about to look somewhere else, who should walk in but his own partner, Mr. Faith? Why did Mr. Faith come into your room, sir? He probably had business with Mr. Portsman, which is why he was in the area. But wait, that's when he noticed sounds coming from my office would be my guess. Oh, the physical units. Got it. Because you were supposed to be away, right? And he must have thought it was odd, so he came in the office to check it out. Correct. And as a detective, that was right. That was the right thing to do. When he came in, he found his own partner standing there. Because it was Mr. Portsman, Mr. Faith probably let down his guard. Mr. Portsman was not so merciful as to let him leave alive. He waited for a chance and stole Mr. Faith's gun from him, and then, pow. That is such a face. I don't know why, but it's such like a smug, like, I can't lift my other eyebrow up. Fuck. Mr. Lazzuto says hello. He killed him. He silenced Mr. Faith for catching him in the act of stealing. This was the moment in which the first shot was fired, the one that landed in my files. Following that, Mr. Portsman wiped the gun down and left it behind as he made his exit. He could afford to do that because he also had left the fake dying message behind. You're such a complicated troublemaker, you know that? If things were as simple as that, then it all would have been solved. However, there were yet another visitor to my room. This is where it gets complicated. There was another visitor, sir? Legendary Roy? Hell yeah. Let's go, dude. Good shit. And this other person's objective was also to steal something from me. Now then, even after Mr. Portsman left, the door to my office remained unlocked. However, this new visitor had no way of knowing that, and so they stole the master key from the security guard's room, and then entered my room and searched through the shelves. This was the second time they were disturbed, and it seemed the thief found their prize. The stolen zero file, right? Correct. Only just as the thief was about to leave with my file, I appeared. The thief then threatened me with their own gun and made their escape. The second bullet was fired during that brief encounter. The shelves getting messed up twice and the two bullets was because two different people were doing those things at two different times. Precisely. So, now do you see, Mr. Portsman? The person I met is just a thief, and was in fact not Mr. Faith's killer. Your alibi for the time frame in which I ran into the other person is now irrelevant, because we now know the murder took place during the first culprit's visit.
Objection!
Objection. Ha ha ha! Ho 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 ho! Oh man, splendid. Your scenario explains everything. But you know, it still doesn't change the fact that it's all circumstantial. Supposing if, and it's a big if, your theory is right, it would indeed render my alibi, which has withstood scrutiny, mind you, irrelevant. But there is still one defining point of your argument for which you have no evidence. Your supposition was that I was the first visitor. You can't let him get away with that, sir. But he has a point. I have absolutely no proof at this point. Don't say that, sir. I don't believe this. Don't worry, Maggie. I'll do something if I must. You know something? I find your attitude to be somewhat peculiar, Mr. Edgeworth. If the person you met really was just a plain old thief, why is that person not your main suspect? If your theory is correct. That thief you ran into should be your real suspect, wouldn't you say? We should be out there looking for that thief right now. They still might be nearby. I hate to repeat myself, but as I've already said, I was training in my room. Training? When Jim came to deliver some evidence to me, I was down at Criminal Affairs, so I can't be expected to know what happened around here after I left. So you think we should be out there looking for the thief? Of course. Now isn't the time to be wasting our time on dead-end discussions. I don't think it's all that dead-ended. I find your alibi to be fascinating. Let's continue where we left off, shall we? Good. I know he's lying. I know he was here at the scene of the crime. I just have to find a way to prove it. Oh, I know exactly how to prove it. I know exactly what I'm going to do. Okay, maybe I don't have that. That thief ran into should be a real suspect. Let's see here. No, I wouldn't. What? Why not? That's elementary. The dying message, of course. Mr. Faith's killer very clearly left those letters on the spines of those files. It was after that they were on there. Sorry. It was after they were on there that the thief stole one of them. Hey, why are we deleting people now? I mean the zero files, right? And that's how we also know the letters themselves were a setup and not from Mr. Faith. If the thief was the killer, do you think they would try to undermine themselves? Maybe the killer just didn't think of that either. Yeah, that must be it. Maybe, just maybe. We should be out there looking for the thief right now. It might still be nearby. Once escaped, I highly doubt a thief would linger nearby. Well, you never know. Maybe they didn't get away with what they were really after. Maybe they didn't get what they were really after. Oh? You talk like you know quite a bit about this thief. It's nothing like that. I have no idea about anything, after all.
Hold it!
According to Mr. Faith's note... Hold on. I thought we already cleared that up. Didn't we say that Jim left the note for me in the early evening? You have proof that he left it at a little different time, just before he was murdered. I don't have any. Why didn't you go there with Mr. Faith? That's because he said he was tired and was going to take a quick nap. You know those sofas in the hallway? He likes to sleep on those. That's one of his habits. What are the evidence he brought? They were things related to yesterday's case. Just 2 items, a gun and a pendant. Interesting. This piece of testimony seems too crucial. It says 3 pieces of evidence. Interesting. Objection! Objection. Only 2 pieces. I believe the proper phrase here is you fail. Dude, epic fail, bro. Epic fail. Excuse me? You fail as a prosecutor, Mr. Sportsman, as you intend to keep evidence hidden from me. I haven't done anything. Here's a piece you might find. I think you should read it carefully. It says Mr. Faith was bringing 3 pieces. This is the evidence. This is the victim's real dying message to you, Mr. Sportsman. I can't believe I got tripped up by simple arithmetic. Where is the missing piece of evidence? It's... You have it, don't you? Only the guilty would make such a face. You just 360 no-scope this dude? Absolutely. Detective Gumshoe, you don't have to say it, sir. I'll pat the guy down from head to toe. Don't come any closer. I'm warning you. It's all part of the investigation, pal. So why don't even think about stopping me? No. Hey, what's this? He has this on him, sir. It's a videotape. Oh, it's one of those dirty videos, is it? Dirty, dirty girl. Despite what you said, it appears that you do have something to hide. Gumshoe is a super nice dude, and you know it. He's my pal. Pal for life, buddy. But why would he hide something like that? There's only one reason why anybody would hide evidence of this caliber. Because it would unequivocally point to that person himself as the real killer. Good. Let's examine this videotape with a little more detail for the section of the tape that will drive the last nail into his coffin. Backdoor Sluts 9. Oh, sorry. No. It's the KG8 incident. also known as Kimono Girls 8 incident, where there's 8 girls in kimonos and it's sexy. I don't know. It's a police case number, sir. Doesn't that mean this video is evidence from that case? Interesting. However, what's recorded on this isn't what's important right now. Let's give the casing a thorough once-over. Nice. Oh, blood. Ah, that's blood, isn't it? You didn't fucking wipe it off, dude? Someone's blood is in the gutter? Absolutely. I believe this is what the good prosecutor was trying to hide from us. This blood is still fresh. So fresh, so dozer. You mean this might have been Detective Faith's blood? No! No, you've got it all wrong! No amount of denial can save you. We have but to run a blood test to find the truth. Gah. You told us that you had received evidence from the victim earlier. Now that you tell us when and how did the victim's blood find its way onto this video? Yeah, that's totally suspicious. Was it at the moment of his death? When you killed him? Did Detective Faith have this videotape on his personage when you killed him? Gonna be watching while asleep? Oh, we're about done anyway, so just finished playing some Ultimate and feeling pretty good about it. Hell yeah, dude. My capture card came in today, and I played about 10 minutes of Ultimate. I tried playing Wolf, and then I realized how bad Ultimate is, and so I said, fuck that. And I played as Bowser, and I had a lot of fun playing as Bowser. I played CPUs, by the way. I didn't play online. You know very well there's no way to prove that. Not even if you were to examine this tape for fingerprints? Good. If I had to take a guess, I'd say the only ones on here would belong to the murderous you and Mr. Faith. No, impossible. I'm good. Oh, he ate it. Oh no. Bruh. I realize my game controller is possibly more used than I thought it to be because I'm smoothing over quite a bit on one side. Yeah, if it's that smooth, it's probably been used a lot. Through 8-bit dough. Nice. I was gonna say I don't know if you can see it very well. You can kind of see it, but it doesn't focus. It's not auto-focused. It's hard focus because I always sit this far from the TV or from the stuff. Shit. Mr. Portsman has been placed under arrest for the murder of Detective Buddy Faith, sir. Very good. The results we got back from the lab test and the tape turned out to be a real solid, sir. The blood work came back. It was definitely Mr. Faith's blood on here. As a bonus, they were also able to lift a few of Mr. Faith's fingerprints as well. Thank you so much, Mr. Edgeworth. I still can't believe I got to see your cool deduction skills outside the courtroom. It looked a bit shiny. It does look a little shiny, whereas this one should look a lot less. This one's very matte because this is a pretty new control stick. I've been using this one for quite a while now, a couple of years, and this one I got like last year. So, and I use it only for like speedrunning, so it's much less used than my Smash one. It was nothing. I'm just sorry you got caught up in the murder in my office. Please accept my apologies. It was nothing, really. Compared to what I've been through, I mean. I consider myself lucky that I was only a burglar and a murderer this time. It was only a burglary and a murder this time, sir. If it had been a holdup or a hostage situation, I would have thrown my hands up in the air. I think I'm finally rising up from a goddess of misfortune to an unlucky person. Something tells me that we should have hired a different person for security detail. You know something, sir? That Mr. Portsman really was one corrupt prosecutor. Nice, dude. If it's good, keep doing it, dude. Why would you say he was corrupt? Well, I heard that there was a number of suspicious things related to this court cases. There's even rumors about how some of the evidence he used was forged. They say he even decided not to prosecute a few cases for some really vague reasons. That guy was a complete disgrace to the entire profession. We never did get around to asking what his reason was for breaking into my office. Whenever we got near that topic, he just clammed up. Certainly to steal something. This is between you and me, sir, but there's a rumor that some sort of huge organization is involved behind the scenes. Oh? Mr. Portsman not willing to divulge anything, it certainly lends credence to that rumor. It would seem that we haven't heard the last of this. Mr. Portsman isn't the bad guy? I didn't say that. Rather, there are still many more mysteries for us to solve. Beat spending 120 on a new GCN? Oh yeah. Absolutely. I actually play Ultimate on a Switch Pro controller though. Yeah, dude, this is like literally OG Ace Attorney, but not literally Ace Attorney. It's something else. Also, Levon, you would have loved the Danganronpa playthrough. I think you would have loved it because it was literally just like this. But you haven't played that game and you never will, so you missed out on that. But like I was saying, I actually prefer using the Pro Controller. For me, two things. I almost feel like the GameCube controller. I gotta eventually play it. You say that. You say that. I don't know if you ever will. The GameCube controller feels weird to me. It almost feels like oops. It almost feels like there's like some sort of slight delay. So I don't play on that anymore. Also, I think my muscle memory is for Melee on the GameCube controller, and playing on this gives me like, it lets me sort of think differently. You know what I mean? It's like my hands are accustomed to this. So if I teach myself how to play on this, then I'm not playing Melee, you know, I'm playing Ultimate, right? So it helps me kind of keep those two separate, I feel like. Yeah, I don't know. I forgot what it was. When I first tried to play on this, it felt super foreign, and I'm like, I can't do this, right? But then I was like, I was forced to play it on the Switch itself, right? I was just sort of like, I was bored in the car one time. I was like on a car trip, like for like 2 hours. I'm like, I'm just gonna play Smash, right? I'm gonna teach myself how to play it, and I eventually kind of got used to the controls. It took me a few minutes, but I eventually got used to the controls. And then I was able to switch over to the Switch Pro pretty easily. So now whenever people come over and they want to play Smash, you know, they're like, oh, dude, like, give me the GameCube controller. I'm like, dog, you can have that. I got this. We're golden. We're golden, dude. I'm good. Like, I'll take the Switch. Or I can go back to GameCube. I can honestly do both, but I generally go with this one if I can. But yeah. All right, back to the game. Levon, you should actually play it at some point. It's really good. Danganronpa is a lot of fun, and I think you would love it. It's very Ace Attorney, but different. You know what I mean? Same vein, but different. For example, we still haven't figured out the significance of this piece of evidence. Fuck. Hell yeah, dude. Absolutely. Okay, it's not the basketball hoop. It's not the note left by the victim. It's not the office. It's not the master key. It's the stolen Series 0 file.
Take that!
The person who stole this file, the other villain of the night? I wonder who it was. What happened to the stolen pages? I wonder, who in the world was it that held me up at gunpoint? Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Yes? I came across this while I was processing your office earlier, sir. This card? What is it, sir? Is that a bird or something? It's not just any bird. It's the mark of the raven. A three-legged raven. Three-legged raven. He has a third leg. Even you should know what that is, detective. Oh, it's about the thing, isn't it? The great thief everyone's talking about. Yes. The Yatagarasu. Yata? I guess Garasu means thief. Because Yata means great. That's what Todd Snap yells whenever you go into a level. He goes, Yata! And they jump in the thing. Also, in the English version, he goes, great! He jumps in the thing. That's how I know. That's the only way I know. Because I have like cross-reference my information. So I guess that means Garasu is a thief. Yes, is the mark of the great thief Yatagarasu. Under the mark of a legendary bird, the Yatagarasu is noble to the end, a modern Robin Hood. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appears and vanishes at will. Though we don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. The Yatagarasu likes to find and make public evidences of corrupt dealings of all sorts. The theft is always performed in silence and always with perfection. Once a target is chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement is sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation is infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found is sent out to the mass media, along with this single card, although it has been a while since the Yatagarasu's last appearance. Look, something's written on the back. What? Let me see. It's the location of where the thief put the stolen files. I should have known that because of a persona. I only used to fuse another one, but that's very fitting for Persona 5 given that it's Phantom Thieves. Oh, there you go. Yatagarasu. Organization. Quite a few key words are popping up in this mystery. The murder in my office. The return of the great thief, Yatagarasu. Looking back, I can't say I didn't see these events coming, for they were heralded by the incidents that began to occur 2 days ago. 2 days ago. Turnabout Airlines. Oh yeah, there was an airlines one. I don't remember anything about this one. I literally don't remember anything about this one. All right. Well, that was a nice 3.5 hour stream. No, sorry. 3 hours and 50 minute stream. That was 4 hours, but guys, it was a lot of fun.